boy, I did the wrong screen. There we go. Now we're on the right one.
Are we?
Oh shit. We're kind of on the right screen. Hello and welcome. While I quickly edit things because I fucked up Julia's camera.
Oh god, yeah. Why am I so zoomed in?
Because
what is happening?
That was when your fucking camera was super small.
Great, cool. Hi
There
everyone.
you go. Now you're a normal sized person.
Yay!
All right. Hello and welcome. Don't worry about the rough start. It was planned. That's what planning looks like.
Rough start or perfect start, Gene?
The best start. Epic music
start
will
of
help
all.
fix this. All right, there we go.
Dun, 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 dun.
Okay.
yeah, that's good.
Let's start with my opening. And I looked up words so you know it's a good one. Here we go.
Damn.
Thank you for tuning in to Unconventional Heroes. It's not new anymore. We're like 16 episodes deep for our D&D 5e live play of Lost Legacy. And I would like to introduce you to our players who are close friends of mine and even family. So let's please meet our amazing players. They're going to tell you who they are, who they're playing, and any projects that they are working on, or whatever they feel like it. You know, if they want to give you a fun fact, I'm cool with that too. I don't really care. Anyway, we'll start with because, you know, you guys won your last battle, so there's a theme to all of your descriptors. So we will start with the triumphant Julia.
Okay, hello everyone. My name is Julia. Like Gene said, I am part of the triad that is Unconventional Heroes. Yeah, and no one else did it that time, so it felt really weird. Oh no, they did. Okay, good. Sorry, I was looking at the wrong screen. I forgot there was a delay. Anyway, yeah. So I am playing the Autumn Eladrin Ranger Mag Silvercrown, and yeah, I don't know. Not much else to say about that. Just really excited for this game and to see what happens and to see as more backstory stuff is revealed with everyone. And yeah, just really excited for today's game. Fun fact, my author name is Persephone Holloway. It's not even my real name. It's great.
Nice.
And people are already like calling me by that in like out in the world instead of like my name, so it's like weird. But anyway, that's it. It's cool.
All right.
You get used to it.
Yeah, it's strange.
All right, next, the victorious Chris.
Ooh, victorious. I like. So hi, yeah, that's me. I'm Chris. Yeah, I'm playing the wonderful rogue Finn, the Psyblade. I call myself. I know that's not what it's called. They call soul knives, but I like to call myself a Psyblade.
In this world, it's Psyblade. You're fine with that.
Okay.
Psyblade in something. Wait, never mind. Whatever. It's fine.
Yeah. Yeah, Victorious is probably good, but I would probably say also a little confused. Finn is a little confused because now his memory's starting to come back. Their memory's starting to come back. But yeah, and as far as projects, as usual, I have Wednesdays. I do Tyranny of Dragons on Players and Creators on my channel with these wonderful folks here, Gene, Julia, and now Rennie. On Thursdays, we do a homebrew Wildmount campaign with a whole other group of players, awesome players, some family and some friends as well. And Fridays, we do Friday Night Magic on Arena. So last week was a little crazy, but this week we are in full force for all of our streams. That's what I got going on.
Nice. And the jubilant Rennie.
Ooh, jubilant. I'm into it. Yeah, my name is Rennie, and I will be playing Dizzy Tinderfoot, formerly Disbin Nartleby. I play a paladin of the Oath of Vigilance, which is a little home brew made by me and my bro Ham. Like Chris said, I'm part of Players and Creators. For now, I'm doing a little guest spot, having a ton of fun. I just picked up Wonderlands, and if anyone out there likes D&D and you like Borderlands, it's fucking peanut butter and jelly, guys.
Yeah.
It's the best damn thing.
We're probably going to throw together an Adventurers Wanted for that.
Yeah.
Nice. And other projects, staying up too late with Gene, talking about made-up cars.
Till 4 a.m.
That's the other project.
4 a.m. 5 a.m. All right. Well, thanks, Bubby. All right. Last but not least, the vanquishing Norm.
All right, I was thinking more overwhelmed. Kellen is overwhelmed.
You're not whelmed, you're
Kellen-
overwhelmed. You chose to be over it.
So Kellen is your artillerist, the gnome. Has a zest for life, and he's uncovering more every day to make his life way more interesting. As a side note, I've just been cast in a play at my theater. I'm going to be in the Fantastic.
Congrats!
It's a small part, but there are no small parts, just small actors. Is what they say.
Nice.
Not in that show. There's not. It's so small. It's any role is a big role. What are you,
Yeah.
Mortimer? Henry?
I am Mortimer.
You're Mortimer.
I am
Oh, I
Mortimer.
love that. I'm sorry. I love that show. Oh,
Role
so
that
good.
I really liked, and I'm cast, so I get the promo for it. I'll make sure in the rotation during breaks, and anybody in the Philly area, come on out. The more
Yeah.
directors see people come out for me, the more they want to cast me in,
To be fair,
and that's it.
I went to one of Norm's plays, and it was lovely.
What?
So,
That's super exciting, man.
That's awesome. Yeah.
it was fun times. All
A great
right.
show too. It's really fun. I was in one years ago. I was in it years ago as Louisa in a different, obviously totally different production company. But like, it's a great play. Definitely go see it.
So, last but not least, before we get into it, obviously thank everyone for supporting us. We really appreciate even watching us idiots play some D&D. But what we give back to you is you can help affect the game by spending your channel points, which are little potions. You can spend, I think, 500 to give player inspiration, or I think 1500 to give GM inspiration. Now, that might be used against them, likely, or if it's a role that's important that I feel that would use inspiration, it could be used for them. But when you assign the inspiration for the group, or the player inspiration, you can either give it to a player/character, or nice, that's good. Or you could just assign it to the group, and then they can kind of judge who should get it, fairly. All right. With nice, I gotta steal your shit. Anyway, so let's do a little bit of a recap because a lot of stuff happened last game. So, leading up ever since essentially day one, there's always been a secret cult working under Narmor, the town surrounded by a strange fog that robbed you of your memories and past. At first, it was a quiet village like every other, except a little too sleepy and a little too quiet. And always kept growing and sometimes losing people, but no one really minded. Until it was discovered by our rambunctious teenagers that were recently thrown in jail and then released, and clearing their name.
Wasn't the first time. It's fine.
Clearing their name found out a dark secret. There was a woman named Lady Lash, a Yuan-Ti pureblood, who worshipped this dark cult and had like a strange obsidian rock in the center, which pulsed with dark energy. She seemed to be doing some sort of teleportation or other rituals to free whatever this master was. You stopped her servants, you stopped her people, and more was even more was revealed. There were secret messages that you uncoded, learning that both Lady Lash and that the mayor himself, Mayor Boel Smithers, was involved in this strange cult. Also, during this time, Dizzy's family may or may not have got involved, which got you into jail. You may have dunked on some bugbears who were trying to kill you, and eventually you all came together at the Mernig farm for the big day that Norm was showing up. When he showed up, things got weird. You kind of called him out on his shit, and he told you all about this secret cult. You told him all about it, and he told you he'd help you, giving you the time to stop Boel Smithers before he was defeated. He disappeared in this flash of like darkness and became kind of a weird dark angel person. Norm used some illusions to help hide the fight happening, and eventually you realize he kind of told you about this ritual that was happening deep in the caves, which you already knew about through your intercepted letters. you decided to explore the wilds that were always forbidden, and you made your way to these ruins of these ancient heroes. Each of you found a few items and memories associated with these heroes, and then went on to defeat them and went into the cave to stop the cult. You found Boel Smithers in his final form, defeated some strange dark failings that seemed somewhat involved with Julia's character. Wow, my brain blanked on your character's name. I'm very good at being a DM.
Magdalene.
Sorry, Mag. And she knew about these dark fae that are like shadow touched and from this, kind of the darker side of fae. And so it's strange that they would be here and, moving around, but maybe they're associated with this strange primordial being that is Tenebris. After that, you found these keys that unlock these walls of force that in the center is where the ritual had to happen that would reseal Tenebris back to its undergroundness. Because again, it was kind of loosely explained to you that this is a primal force, a primordial, and something that likely could not be just killed, as the heroes may have tried to do that when they were. This is more on like a god level, and it's a little extreme. As you guys entered, Tenebris put up a fight to stop you from defeating him and putting him back in his cage. He summoned shadows of these previous heroes, and you all fought valiantly. They were strange, difficult, some blended with shadow, some had strange divine powers. And you guys won the day, but not before a few losses occurred. Sparkles, the pseudo-dragon, or the fairy dragon familiar of Norm, was defeated. And then finally, as Norm completed the ritual with all of your help, Tenebris lashed out one last attack and destroyed the simulacrum that was Norm, leaving all of you to wonder, have you ever really talked with Norm, and what the results of this were? Well, the first results became apparent. Apparently, the simulacrum was the reason and thing that was maintaining the strange fog. And with his death, the fog that affects your memory has been lifted. Namor is no longer a sleepy village, but a panicked town of people remembering past lives and their current lives as they strangely blend together. Some of your party members are more affected than others. You returned back to the Mernig farm to meet with the Mernig family, and their dad said some strange things to you about teleportation. He had a weird magical gauntlet, and maybe threatened to murder anyone who needed to die for you. But he said he'd hold down the fort so you guys had a safe place to go. Pecorin decided he wanted to stay with his dad, and Bite ran off to kind of meet with her druidic conclave that she lives with, these mysterious outlanders that have animalistic traits. And so she kind of ran off to do her own thing. You decided to head into town. You pass by the being you know as Bait in some sort of strange thrashing, glowing red eyes, fire leaking from his hands. And no longer that happy-go-lucky stutter that you are used to. Seems like he's fully operational now. You skirted the edge of that, and you're heading into town. So, what would you like to do? And you also have 3 group inspirations, just in case you need them.
Nice. As we get closer to the center of town, Dizzy seems to get more and more frantic. And he's...
As you begin moving, you guys are moving. Again, I did say you saw smoke in the distance. Everyone make me a perception check.
Will do.
Amazing.
15.
Natural 20 for 24.
Ooh,
That would also be a natural 20 for a 26.
great.
Starting off strong, guys.
Get rid of all those 20s.
Yeah, now when we're not
Okay.
fighting.
You don't see anything, but you hear like a and you're looking around and you hear like a and a weight lands on Kellen. It's a small weight. You don't see anything, but you definitely feel something on you, and you all catch this, like those with the natural 20. There is clearly an invisible creature that has just landed on Kellen. Kellen, you feel a slight poke of maybe a stinger near your neck. And you hear,
No.
the mistress wants to see you.
Hey, get off of me! What are you doing? Somebody
Don't
bit my neck.
move.
Stop it!
Nope. You hear, don't move, or I'll actually sting you, and you might die. I don't want to kill you. I was sent to
Look out,
fetch you.
Ghost! I'm gonna swing.
Okay.
Yeah, instantly, Psi knife shows up in my hand.
Yeah, I got a 19 on my perception, Gene. I figure that's good enough to.
It is, like, well, you know there's
I could be
something.
wrong.
You know there's
Yeah.
something on Kellen. I will say this is going to be a little bit harder because it is occupying Kellen Square as well.
All right, you know what? Then can I say instead of like swinging at it with a weapon, I kind of want to just try to grab it and tear it away from Kellen.
I will absolutely allow you an athletics check, but you will be at
Sure.
disadvantage because you are grabbing an invisible boy.
Yeah. For sure, for sure.
Now I need to look up some stats. Jesus, why would you make?
Yeah,
me do
what's
this?
an imp's strength, Gene?
How dare you?
Jeez.
How dare you assume that is definitely an imp? Because it is, but how
All right,
dare
Gene.
you?
Do you want my worst roll? Because it's a 25.
I don't think I can beat you, but I'll do my best. Let's.
I got a 26 and a 25, Gene.
Ooh, what's his acrobatic? No, okay, absolutely not. Here, let's see. If I roll a nat 20, we'll say
Yeah, sure.
he's a slippery boy. Nope, not a nat 20.
Okay.
All right. So you are something's squirming in your hands. Get off me! Get off me! Get off me! Ah, you don't see it because it is still
Yeah.
invisible, but you feel this like clawed stinger thing.
All right.
It's not trying to
Show
attack you.
yourself. Show yourself, or I'm gonna start bashing you against rocks.
Oh god, I hate rocks. And appearing, it starts shifting in your hand, and you're now holding a familiar bat.
Oh.
Oh, it's crazy lady, druid person.
It's just like,
She wanted us to get herbs. Remember?
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, the witch.
What?
I remember
Yeah, the
Yes.
witch.
Wait, we collected herbs for you. Why are you trying to sting us? What's
I
going
wasn't
on?
trying to
Yeah, I
sting
know.
you. The master
I
told.
know her. She's my friend.
Yeah, well, oh god, you shake him and he becomes a full imp. Ah! And he's
You
like,
were-
"Fuck."
wait, what?
Anyway, and he kind of he's like hovering in place now that you let go, and he's very strange. He looks like devilish, but instead of like having horns, he seems to have like he has different features that like just don't make sense for what you would expect in a fiend. So he has a reddish skin, but it kind of edges into like a gold. His ears are a little bit more like pointed, but like look a little regal. His horns kind of seem like crown-like. It definitely it doesn't remind you of like fiendish. He definitely probably is a fiend, but you're not sure. You can make me a religion check or arcana if you'd like to kind of.
I'll try.
I'm gonna assume I've never ever seen something like this in my whole fucking life.
I'd allow you.
19 for Arcana.
Okay. Do you want to expend a divine sense or any?
Sure, I will do that.
He does not come up fiendish.
Weird.
Oh.
And then Kellen, with your 19, yeah, he definitely has like celestial traits.
All
Like,
right.
he definitely clearly has like the base form of an imp, but he seems to be infused with some sort of celestial or divine magic.
With a 5, I'm holding one of my psychic daggers. Like, kill that fucking thing! Kill
No,
it!
no, don't kill me.
Why?
The mistress will be very mad if you kill me.
Well, we
You
liked
gotta
the
be-
mistress back in the
Gotta
day.
be.
Yeah,
All right,
well, don't be invisible attacking us.
I wasn't attacking.
This-
I was trying to tell Kellen that the mistress wanted to see her.
Okay, Captain Flappy Pants, you started out with threats, so let's not
Okay.
fucking try to.
All right, she told me that I had to get him as quick as possible.
Let's go.
Did you forget how words work? You don't need to go around threatening people.
You could have just asked, and I don't think it would have been a problem.
It's an emergency.
See,
let's go.
this is how we talk to people. You see how this is effective? Communication. Also, why aren't you a devil?
That's maybe more of what my mistress should tell you. I'm not going to tell you. I don't really know. Well, yeah. Just come on, follow me.
Okay.
And he begins. He kind of.
But I mean, there's other people we have to see in town. How is like our house on fire or?
She said, I don't care about you. And she kind of gestures at you three besides Kellen. She's like, I need him.
Me.
You can go wherever the fuck you want. I need this guy. He has to come with me right now.
Well, I'm not leaving him alone with you, so I'm coming too.
Okay, that's fine.
Hey, Kel.
We're all going.
Well, Kel, listen, I love you, man, and you know I got your back, but there's kids that might be in danger. The Tenderfoots, I have no idea what's happening with them.
Oh, are you worried about the
if I go with
fires?
Mag?
Okay. Everyone is a little panicked, but most people are safe in town. The only people that aren't safe is the Watcher. He's kind of locked in his tower, and there's a lot of pissed people after him. So, everyone's a little panicked, a little frightened, a little weird. I don't know. If you really care about that guy, I guess you could go check it out. But my
Well,
mistress-
listen, Narmore's not that big. Let's go see what this lady wants, I guess, and then I'm definitely gonna check on these kids and my
Yeah.
folks.
Yeah.
That seems fair.
Okay. You guys, again, she's on the outside of town, so she's kind of on your way into town, which is how this guy caught you up before you got there.
Okay.
You see her hut. It has all the herbs and things you recognize. And she is standing outside, like, impatiently waiting. All right. Hurry up. Come inside. Come inside. Come inside.
Can we ask you like a question or two first, just because
Sure.
people, who are you? Who were you?
I am Sorrow still. My actual name
Good.
is Magilic, but you can call me Sorrow. That's the name, my virtue. Now, can you come inside?
You ain't gonna kill us, right?
My friend.
I don't
My
plan
friend.
on it.
Insight check.
Okay.
Are you gonna kill us? Insight check.
Insight. Me too.
That is a perfect use of that skill, Chris.
Right.
17.
10.
Yeah, she doesn't seem like she's gonna plan on it.
All right. I kind of nod knowingly, like, all right.
I see what you did there.
Yeah, and you're not really sure because you've never seen her do anything, but she is a witch, so who knows what she can do? And she has a
She's definitely a
demon
witch.
like familiar.
Yeah, I'm still on my guard, but I'll go in. I'll go in.
Okay, so as you all enter, he kind of the imp flies over to her and wraps around her, and the door closes with a snap of her finger. She goes, "All right, Kellen, I gave you something that I can never take away, but if it is ever found, it will put you and myself in a huge amount of trouble.
Yep.
Remember that sigil I taught you?
One.
Yes. The one to make your powder go boom, as it were?
Yeah.
Well, that apparently is a sigil of an ancient fiend.
Probably.
Sorry, you're cutting in and out. Norm.
Cutting out. Yeah.
Better.
A little bit, yes.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
Telling me this now.
I just remembered it, literally now. Which is why I sent my little friend to come find you.
You taught our friend demon magic?
I don't like this.
Yes and no.
What?
Explain the yes part.
Okay,
Mhm.
well, so it's a very long conversation. If you want a full explanation, it's actually what I do. But the point is, you see me, and she kind of gestured at herself, and she is a tiefling.
Yeah.
Yes.
Our people are known as the Devilsworn. We were once, like servants and captives in the Nine Hells, and other chaotic planes. But we escaped, and when we escaped, well, we took some of our master's secret names with us to draw upon their true power. This is a long, ancient secret, but you're now involved. She kind of points at Kellen. So,
Wait. So, like, the magic you taught him is like signing a demon's name on stuff?
yes and no. So,
I don't like
Explain
this.
the yes part, please.
all right, it is the true name of a fiend. At least a part of it.
Oh.
But my research led into understanding that fiends and celestials are actually the same beings, just with different explanation. It's a much deeper explanation, but the point is, it is like a coin. It has a heads and a tails. The heads is a fiend, the tails is celestial, but it's still a coin. I have learned the secrets of that as she kind of gestures to her celestial imp. Now,
Okay.
I have
Alright.
been spending my work before I got here unlocking these secrets.
Okay.
Unfortunately, we are now, well, I was being persecuted by the Devilsworn. People like me, they're generally island dwellers, seafarers, a lot. They have their own kind of secluded culture, but you can find them all over Chaldea. And then also the Pentos Templars. Oh, you don't know anything about them. Shoot. Alright, there's a group,
You said a lot of things. I
There's
don't.
Any.
there's a group of divine followers, god thumpers, if you will, who kind of made a fort around a tear in the reality when a giant demon lord came through. Not important.
What?
But anyway.
That sounds very important. That doesn't. Oh, right. Well.
It was solved, so it's not important
Oh,
anymore. But,
all
but
right.
their
Not
town,
an immediate issue. Got it.
But their town exists. This five-sided fort called Pentos, hence the Templars of Pentos. They are hunting me because if this secret were to come out, it may find disproof theories of fiends being bad, celestials. It would definitely be a bad thing for their reputation and ability to spread their religions.
So, what happens? I sigil to like kind of fuel my.
So I think it just gives it enough of a magical spruce so that your powder is far more reliable than this continent is not really known. Like, I've heard of gunpowder items, but this continent is not really known for them. That's a far trade. So we don't have all of the resources and inventions there yet. You might be able to find it and reverse engineer it, but you essentially have this unstable magical powder, which works similarly, but also does some extra things apparently.
So
Confused.
yeah, all right. So yeah, I'm trying to wrap my head around this. I just want to make sure that Kellen is safe because he knows this stuff. Is he safe because he knows it?
Oh no, if it is found out that he knows it, he is no longer safe.
But he can still use it as long as he doesn't go flaunting it around, is what you're saying?
Correct, and as long as you can explain it that it is some sort of scientific invention fully, or if you can discover how to do it really. I don't know. The point is, if people find out you have this sigil, or you know of this, well, that will lead to worse problems.
Like, so, tell him about it.
Okay, yeah, for that, for sure, Kellen. But, like, how do we spot these Pentos Templars?
Oh.
Because I'm sure not everyone knows about this, right? Or does everyone know about this?
No. Generally, only realistically, the Devilsworn are the only people that know we have these sigils. My people are the only people that know them. So if you found more tieflings like myself and these Devilsworn, it would be in your best interest not to reveal that information, because then they would figure out you have it. They also might be able to sense it if you were to use it around them. Again, it is so closely tied to us.
Great.
And these Pentos worshippers, like,
Oh, they're just clerics and paladins, whatever.
What do you mean, whatever? That sounds like an organized group that has a driven, ambitious purpose.
Oh, they're just hunting me. I mean, they generally don't like Devilsworn, but they're specifically hunting me. But I've been gone for many years, so hopefully they think I'm dead.
Can I roll an
Lady.
insight check?
They would kill me too. Is that what you're trying to say? The coward.
You can make me an insight check, absolutely. And, I don't know if they'd kill you. They'd probably torture you and suss out the information using magic.
Roll a 1.
The 23.
Let me roll her charisma skill. Okay. So what were you trying to insight?
I'm trying
Whether or
to.
not they would kill me. For me.
Okay.
So she's not sure, but she definitely has feelings that if they found out you knew this stuff, they would like grill you, and it would eventually lead to her. And whether you lived or died, it wouldn't really matter to them. Besides that, you're innocent. You know, you think that they would get whatever information they could, and then they would figure out that she told you, and then they would find her, and that's more her worry than anything.
I'm okay. So you smuggled someone's name out of hell, right?
Well, so my family has a name, and then
Oh, a lot of people did this.
yes, our people did this. This is where we get a lot of our magic.
Hey.
and you shared it with Kellen. And if it was found out that Kellen had that magic, it would be problematic not just for him, but for you and your people. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, essentially. But it would also be a problem if both the Pentos Templars or the Devilsworn found out he had it. Because that means that he knows the secret. And now all of you know the secret. So, well, we're here there now.
Great.
Lady, you just made us complicit, because now we know it.
Do you
Ah,
know?
We had plausible deniability until you sent your imp boy after us.
I mean, I could make you complicit again if you wish.
No, it's
That's
all right.
fine.
It's quite all right.
Damage is done.
Nobody's
witch
fucking with
powers.
my head anymore. Thank you very much.
So you knew this when you taught me the sigil?
No, I did not.
I didn't remember.
Yeah, she just remembered.
I use this sigil in a lot of my potion making. And so when you were having trouble with your experimental item, I figured, remember that pestle I give you that has that very thin inlay in it? That is the sigil. And when you grind your powder into it, it infuses it with a little bit of magic.
And I use the sigil in another place.
You could, but that might be...
I did. I'll grab the firearm and pull it back, where the little trigger is, and you'll see little engraved there. Basically, I just kind of seems to activate my hand near to kind of like charge.
Well,
Oh, God.
there is
So we have an item? Okay, go ahead.
there is a benefit and good side to this,
What? Where?
which is the symbol you are using is not a true symbol, because I have edited and made. So, with my theories and studies,
Hey.
I extrapolated, like, again, the two sides of a coin. It's like a first and last name. So I took the fiendish name we had and matched it with a celestial name, and it became a true name. And so that's the sigil you are using. So it's not quite demonic, not quite divine, it is the wholeness. So if someone were to just glance at it, they may not detect it. And again, Dizzy, you did not detect any fiendish nature from him and any of his items.
Yeah.
So, but if someone knew what they were looking for, they would likely be able to find it, and also they'll probably, if they know what they're looking for, well, I think you have more trouble on your hands anyway, at that point.
Thanks for the warning.
Yeah, I think the moral of this story is that we protect Kellen, and that if anybody is fiendish or otherwise, like these Pentos witnesses or whatever they're called, show up and knocking on his door looking to get him, we just take care of them in whatever that fashion that means.
Oh, I wouldn't, okay. You can decide that. You know what? I'm not going to give you. I've given you enough bad advice.
Oh, no,
I don't even know.
I'm not going looking for them. Trust me. Like I'm not going to like. Oh wait, like Penta. I'm not like actively writing this down so I can go hunting. I'm saying if they show up looking for shit with Kellen because of all of this, that's when we might like take that initiative to like do away with them so he's protected.
Yeah.
That works.
Yeah, for sure. I mean,
Or maybe we could talk to them and convince them to go away. I don't know.
They don't sound like the convincing type, but yeah, we can try.
we don't know. We don't know.
Do any of you look hurt?
Yes.
I look a little banged up.
Okay. She goes, would you
Got a
mind
ham.
if I applied some quick salves to you? You look very injured. Some of you.
Your salves always work really well. So just are they gonna like? Yeah, are they the demon salves now? Is that a thing?
I mean, most of my magic and other things rely on that, but
all right.
really,
Just do it.
it's fine.
Yeah, sure, yeah.
So she begins kind of like rubbing some herbs, and she begins whispering a low word. All right, let me roll some dice.
Dice rolls.
All right.
Rolling some dice. Healing some folks.
You're gonna heal, Chris. You'll heal 6.
All right, awesome, thank you.
Is anyone else hurt?
I'm hurt, but not badly. A little scratched, like a little dinged.
All right, you heal 10.
That was way more than I needed. Yay!
Yeah,
Sorrow.
almost at full.
Since we spoke, do you have any new things I could experiment?
I mean, I guess I could. And then Chris, she'll heal you again for 10 more.
I am at full, thank you.
All right. She goes, I have a few potions I've been working on, but I don't really have any. I was looking for, honestly, that's kind of what I came out here for. This place was so off and strange. I figured there might be rare things, and also would help kind of get me away from the people hunting me. But now that I'm kind of remember everything and I'm free, I mean, I do have my experiments to do, and I do need to do more research. I mean, time has passed, so I might be good, but I'm honestly not sure what I'm gonna truly do now. I was kind of this village healer, and I still have all of those skills. I mean, that is... So, in colloquial terms, they would refer to me as a warlock. But unlike most warlocks, or witches, my pact is not with a demon or a fiend. I have a more celestial nature, as I've uncovered this new truth. And so I'm kind of sworn to this wholeness. And honestly, healing people is one of my specialties with that.
I mean, listen, I know you kind of dropped a big one on us, but you know, is it a good thing that people know that the fiends and the celestials are not so different? Is that?
I mean,
honestly, this is all news to me, so I don't know what the impact of it is going to be.
In my honest opinion, I think everyone should know. But the opinion of those who are churchgoers and holy warriors probably don't want that information known, and if they were to even hear that information, they would refute it.
Would not believe it to hear it.
They would not want to. I think scholars and people of knowledge would love to know this. Heck, I might even head to the high elf capital. They might be interested. Magic is magic. And she starts like muttering to herself. Oh, I could go there.
So you just wanted to warn Kellen? That was the whole purpose behind this?
Yes, because there are going to be people looking for it, and I didn't want it to be a surprise if they were to come looking for you.
All right. Well, that is.
Well, we
Well,
appreciate
maybe,
that.
well, maybe you can travel in disguise and go with.
Go with you?
Yeah.
Where are you going?
I give Kellen the eye of like,
We haven't quite figured it out yet, but we're going somewhere. I just don't. Hopefully, to find.
Yes, because
Yeah.
it would look really good with this woman carrying herbs and other strange oddities with a bunch of youthful adolescents. That would
Just
look good for
disguise
you.
yourself or something. Use magic.
Yeah.
I mean, apparently our herbs were good enough for you, so maybe you should check yourself there, lady.
That's because I couldn't leave, and I was the town healer, and now I'm not.
Did you use those herbs?
Yes, and I
Did
made
you-
potions.
Yeah, so I think everyone it will work out for everyone. Now listen, lady, honestly, I think that you're trying to tell people the truth, and that truth is going to be hard to accept. I have no idea what it means in the grand scheme of the religious knowledge, but can we maybe ask a favor? Like Norm's, or like Kellen said, and I hit Kellen kind of in the ribs. We are leaving to find a friend. But, that's our journey. You have a journey. We have a journey. This is our journey. Is there anything you can kind of help us out with? We can pay. We have coin.
You're super rude with the entirety of how you phrased everything, but
You sent a bat to kill
I did-
threaten our friend.
no, I sent my friend to go find Kellen and get him to me immediately.
Okay,
Yeah,
well,
You
your
do a
bat
very
threatened
good
him.
job.
I didn't threaten no one. I don't know what you're talking about. These guys are liars, Mom.
Liar.
No, they're liars.
Oh my god.
Okay. Listen, he's an imp. He has impish natures. I believe that he probably was kind of a jerk.
Yes.
Yes.
But with all of that under the
Accurate.
rug, treat me with respect. I am older than you, and I've also made you a lot of potions and healed you of a lot of wounds throughout your youth. Anyway,
Are you
And
older than me?
we returned your
That's-
memories, so maybe respect us.
You could just leave from my shop
Mm.
with nothing.
Wait. DM, is the High Elf capital connected to the Feywild? Is that the other capital? Or no, that's something totally different. Okay, never mind.
So you
never mind.
know that the elves kind of split off
Right.
about 3-ish ways, 4 ways, where you are the Eladrin in the Feywild protecting it. There's the Wood Elves who protect the prime material from the Feywild incursions on their side. The High Elves kind of like, they're a group of elves who are just innately magical and kind of
Yeah.
took their ball and made their own city and said, we are going to learn everything about magic. We don't
Gotcha.
care about everything else.
Got it.
Magic's cool.
Okay.
And then you also know that there's a group of elves that also went underground to protect from subterranean threats and strange aberrations. And they kind of keep to themselves, but they do attend the reverie. And all the elves do. The high elves, a little less respectful, but they still come.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, so when she's like, maybe I'll go to the High Elf study, I'm like, oh, good luck with that.
Well, to be fair, when she says that, they would probably be way cool with her answer. And also, if
Yeah.
they could study that demon name, that'd make them real happy because that's more magic for them to have.
True. Well, the High Elves will, I'm sure, listen to everything that you have to say, so good luck getting there, and, yeah, they'll love all of this.
All right. Now, if you ask me a little nicer, I might be able to provide you with some potions for your journeys, or whatever comes next in your.
Could you please? What's the word I'm saying? Could you please
Please?
give us some things that will help us on our journey? You wonderful healer person, you.
Make me a persuasion or deception, depending on if you are actually genuine when you say this. And I'll let you know what she decides.
I mean, I have no beef with her. There didn't, till today.
That's a 23.
Okay. Are you persuading or deceiving?
They're both the same, but I'm actually persuading.
Okay. She
Pretty please with cherries
No,
on top.
and that it seems like she notices that you are actually putting some effort into it, and it makes her happy one.
Dizzy just kind of crosses his arms and stands there.
Roll me a d20. Everyone, roll me a d20.
Oh.
Tell me what you get.
7.
Okay.
17.
No, unsure. Did not show. Hold on.
All right.
It froze.
All right. So I got a 7. I got a 17.
3.
Mag, you got a
16.
16.
Yeah, it just showed up. Sorry.
Okay. All right. She pulls out a potion that has like it's a let's see what the description of it. It's a muddy liquid that brings little bits into view. There's a fish scale, a hummingbird tongue, a cat claw, and it all kind of swirls. And she kind of puts that. This might help you on your journey. I don't really know.
I'm gonna give it right to Kellen. Like
She pulls
you
out
take-
two healing potions, but they look a little darker and thicker than the ones you're used to. And then she pulls out. Roll me a d10, someone.
D10.
I don't have any potions of healing. You mind if I grab one?
Yeah, go for it.
Did someone roll me that d10?
I did, but it's still rolling because my thing is slow. It's a 10.
All right. She pulls out this potion that kind of looks like it has a storm cloud in it. All right. She hands you the 2 healing potions. These are 2 greater healing potions. They're from my old stocks. This is a potion of animal friendship. Kind of puts down the one that
Need
has
that
like
without bite.
the weird like animal stuff floating in it, and the thunder cloud. She kind of this is a potion of thunder resistance. She puts it down. I don't know how useful they'll be to you, but this is what I have on hand.
So that potion she gave me with all the different tongues in it, that is what kind of potion again?
A potion of animal friendship. So it lets you, when you drink the potion, you can cast animal friendship spell DC's 13 for an hour at will. It doesn't let you speak to animals, but it lets you to be like charm them kind of for an hour.
Well, we got 4 potions. There's 4 of us. Mag, why don't you take animal friendship? You're good in the woods. You know
Sure.
how to mimic animals.
And we're gonna need it now that Bite's not with us, so.
True. Kellen, you like explosions. Why don't you take the thunder resist potion?
That's great.
And I mean, I don't mean to be mean, Finn, but you get punched a lot and you don't like getting punched. So why don't you take the greater healing potion and I'll take the other greater.
Yeah, that's perfect. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Miss Sorrow. If I disrespected you, that wasn't my intention. There's just a lot going on and I'm sorry.
Well, whether you decide to stay or leave, visit me on your way out, and maybe I'll see if I am deciding to go somewhere, and maybe I will see you on my journey.
Okay. Well, good luck. And you, and I point at the imp, communication, not threats.
Okay.
Sara, thanks for all this
Yes.
important information.
Well, yes.
Something else, Miss Sorrow. When we were coming this way, I saw bait, or I passed bait on the way, or what used to be bait. And my friends tell me that he had a strange, like, infernal, fiendish aura about him. So now that we know that, we should probably tell you in case that's relevant.
Her eyebrows kind of raise, and she goes, "Oh, well, I have things to attend to." And her imp disappears.
Yeah.
And she disappears, and the door opens. Like she disappears. The door opens, and you hear her walking away.
Okay.
Well,
all
okay.
right then.
I think she made it pretty clear that it's time for us to go.
Yep, I'd
That's
agree.
our cue.
Ouch.
All right. I'd like to head to the orphanage because I just want to check on them, make sure they're okay, and then my folks' place. And apparently, whatever's happening, this watcher in the tower. Do you guys know what that is?
Yes, that's the
Yeah,
well,
where we were held in prison.
and there's probably an
Oh.
angry mob. I would guess there's an angry mob involved at this
Who's the
point.
watcher, though?
Sheriff, right?
The sheriff, the
The
hobgoblin.
He was his
Oh.
title. He was known as Shudders the Watcher, and he.
Oh. Yeah, no, we just always called him and Dizzy like about to say something. He's like, "That's you know what? No, I'm not gonna." It's a bad goblin word. Let's just leave it there.
Oh yeah, people probably remembered stuff, and maybe he wasn't such a good individual.
Yeah.
So who knows?
Yeah. No, well, that's. If you treat people well, you get treated well, and that guy didn't treat people well when he lost his memory. I'm sure when he was fully himself.
Well, now to be fair, he was a pretty fair individual. He followed the letter of the law.
He followed the
So-
law
That
exactly.
guy was a prick.
No, it was his deputies, which was pricks. All the bugbears,
Yes.
they was pricks. He was
Listen.
actually pretty fair. I mean, look, I spent a lot of time in his jail, so I'm coming from a place of knowledge here.
And Finn, listen, I get it. If you had one-on-ones with him that were more balanced and fair, I get it. But I might not like my goblin family so much, but that guy did a number on us. Like he caused problems for my former family a lot. Some of it was deserved, for sure. Absolutely. Was all of it? I mean, I only go off of what I heard and what I saw. It felt like we were targeted a lot for a very specific reason. And Dizzy does for a very specific reason. So
Gotcha. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it sounds like from what the imp very briefly said, sounds like he's not going anywhere anytime soon, as he's locked himself in the tower.
He might-
Unless they set it on fire, then he's going to
Right.
die.
We should probably check on it, but let's check on the orphans first. Frankly, I care
They-
about the orphans much more.
Exactly. I'm right there with you.
I'm gonna tag along with you, but I'm gonna be behind you guys because I'm gonna run to the bathroom. So I'm
Sure,
there, but I'm
sure,
in
sure.
the back of the
All right.
group, thinking to myself.
So
You got it, Mag.
You guys make your way into town. The marketplace is thrown about, kind of wrecked. And you make it. You see the orphanage. It seems intact. You see there's there's a little bit of the stone tower is partially on fire, but not like raging. It's like someone lit like a Molotov cocktail and threw it at a stone building. And there are definitely angry people like, what are you gonna do about this? Why are you here? And they're yelling, but no one's battering down doors. And you guys can make me an insight check.
Gene, I'd also like to do something in the marketplace before we
Sure.
just move through it.
Absolutely.
Insight dirty 20.
Nice.
Well,
12 as well.
So with the 12, they're an angry mob. And they seem to be they're either looking for order or someone in charge because the mayor's gone. But Rennie, you pick up that a lot of these people are people that you recognize that have been bullied by the bugbears. And they seem to be wanting to get those guys out here. And Shudders, you haven't heard from him, but you do see him. He's kind of he's on the ledge and he's like, calm down. Calm down. We will sort this out orderly. I know a lot of things have changed, but we will get this solved. Currently, Massa Smithers is under investigation and no longer available for questions. Because you guys did, you told him all the information, and you know that he was a very lawful guy. He goes, I know we are all coming to terms with our past, but we have to deal with this as if we were the village we were for many years. Everyone calm down. They're like, Fuck you! Get out those bugbears! They've been picking on us all our lives! They're nothing but monsters! And he goes, we will deal with them, but everyone go home. Go to your homes, and we can have a town meeting in the town hall tomorrow morning. Be assured they will not escape justice or punishment. They are found guilty. Please go back to your homes. And they just throw some like rotted fruit. And like he kind of like, you could tell that like they're not going to escalate unless someone were to spark something. But they're also not going to go the fuck home now that this is the only dude in
Just
charge.
because he says so.
Yeah, like he hasn't. They're like, you don't have fucking authority,
Right.
So you definitely get the feeling that like they're probably eventually, like given time, they'll probably disperse. But definitely this town does lack leadership at this point. There doesn't seem to be anyone taking charge.
Well, Disbin, you can be the mayor now if you want.
I mean, Mayor Tenderfoot does have a good ring to it. I don't. Is there an age requirement? I'm only 9.
But you look much old.
Yeah. You present yourself like in a very mature way, so I don't think that should matter.
Thanks. I mean, I don't know. I'm a little worried this might escalate, but it seems like it's just gonna kind of, kind of just fade away given time.
At this point, the orphanage doors open and a booming bright light shines out it. Everyone's like, what? Everyone looks, and you hear, calm down. We are still a good people. Everyone, the light will guide you, and we will be guided. We are now safe. The darkness has been pushed back, and we can now figure things out. And you see Father Hastings kind of moves forward, this older gentleman who is a priest of some sort of sun god. Again, a lot of his, while he did teach it, he didn't like preach it too hard. He goes, everyone, calm down. Let us take moments to remember who we are and come together. We are still a town for as long as we want to be. And let us have cooler heads, and everyone begins to grumble. And his words seem to reach because this guy has kind of always been a steady staple. And he goes, some of us were bandits. Some of us were adventurers. Some of us spies. And he goes through a litany of strange, and he's like, does not matter where you are from or who you are, or here you were, who you are now. You have a choice to make, whether being that old you, that new you, or some combination of the two. But I think time is the best way. Try to remember what you remember, but also remember what we had here. We had community. We had a town. It may not have been perfect, but it was ours. And everyone's like, fucking, okay, fine. You hear, the grumbling of, God damn it, the priest said cool stuff, and it makes sense.
I lean over to Dizzy, and I just kind of whisper in his ear, it's like, yeah, well, those bugbears chose to be dicks. I think they're going to be choosing to be bigger dicks. That's just my prediction.
And
probably not wrong.
He goes, to help you all in this matter, now that I remember, this was a small region, a small town, and I was coming this way to help spread the message of light. That is my past. And everyone's like, wow, you're really boring. You get that, sense of, okay. But he goes, we all have pasts, whether exciting or not, and, calm down. Or you can all come to the orphanage if you wish. Or we can meet, I think, tomorrow morning. While the sheriff and I don't always get along, I think he makes a good point that let us have cooler heads. And people begin to kind of grumble, and he kind of gestures with his hand, and just water erupts over the fire as he calls upon, and it goes out. And he goes, everyone disperse, and the smoke kind of raises, and they grumble, and everyone seems to start heading toward the Faded Swallow Tavern to get drunk, because it seems like it's still running. It seems like whatever's happening there has not changed.
Yeah, and as people kind of start moving, I'm like, you heard the man, get moving, okay. And, like, I don't push anyone or anything, but I definitely, like, clearly have Hastings back.
Yeah.
Gene, I want to make a little basket of cheese, bread, fruit, just kind of like a, little food package on my way through the market.
Okay, make me an investigation check.
Okay.
DM, I'm going to be like, yeah, you heard Disbin, get moving. And then as some folks go by me, I will whisper to them, we'll get those bugbears later, don't worry.
Some of them kind of like, they don't recognize you because you're just a new person, but they go, yeah, those guys, they did some bad things. We should definitely take care of them.
Yeah, they suck. I really want some vengeance on them. Yeah, no problem.
Absolutely. Like, a few of them definitely agree. Yeah, Ren, you find a few things, but again, this place looks like it's been picked over. There might have been some light looting that has already occurred.
Sure.
But, yeah.
Whatever. I grab a handful of stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. It's just not a lot. It's not an abundant amount.
Yeah.
And Father Hastings go, oh, there's been... And he looks at
Hello,
you,
Father.
Finn, because he has no idea who you are.
This is a friend.
Yeah. Corfin, nice to meet you. Corfin Togglepitch at your service.
All right, Mr. Coffin, Kellen, Magdalene. Also, Chris, make me a deception check.
Can I help Chris, or can I help Corfin?
Yeah, you can
'Cause
roll.
I'm like,
you can roll.
He came in.
You can
Yeah,
roll.
I'll roll.
You can roll with advantage because, like,
Okay,
he has no reason to be suspicious, but
sure.
he's a very insightful older gentleman.
Nice.
Both 15s.
Okay. Is that your total 15?
Yeah, total
Okay.
15s.
He goes, Coffin Togglepitch, I didn't recognize you.
Yeah, I figure you figure it out.
All right, come inside. Come inside. You come inside, and the orphanage is in a little bit of chaos. You see Dodge and as Erazaz, the lizard folk. Dodge is the turtle. They kind of created like a small walled area with beds. And they're like staring warily at the other kids. And you see the large Furbolg woman, the druidess, Darcy Furious. She goes, all right, lads and lasses, calm down. You're still a family here. You got nothing to worry about. No one's stealing nothing.
What's going on over here?
As you kind of go over, Disbin, Hovich waddles over to you and tugs on your this young baby half-orc. He goes, people are fighting.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's kind of a crazy time right now, Hovich. I wanted to come and make sure you were safe. As long as you stick with Father Hastings and Darcy, you should be okay. Are you all right?
I mean, I'm okay, but it seems like apparently Dodge was a pirate, which is really cool, but he also seems like he doesn't trust anyone, and apparently Erazaz doesn't like people who have skin.
There's so many people who have skin.
It's
That's
unfortunate, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's like the majority of people.
All right. Well, Hovich, thanks for telling me that.
What I understand of the situation, and you hear Eraz, he starts speaking a strange language. Does anyone speak Draconic? Okay, so Norm, he's like,
No.
I need to get back to the Empire. Where am I? It's been so long. And he's gonna be ranting about this Empire. And he's looking at everyone warily.
Hey, Arazaz, Dodge, listen, I have half a block of cheese and 2.5 apples. And maybe this is bread. It might be. I think it's bread. If you're hungry, you're more than welcome to it, but you got to come out here because you're kind of scaring the other kids, and that's not okay. You know who I am. I mean, listen, for all the people who've changed around here, guys, not your guy Dizbin. Dizzy Diz is the same guy he's always been. So why don't you help me out? Come on out. We'll have some food, and everything will be okay.
All right, make me a persuasion check with advantage.
$16.
Okay. They kind of they settle down now that a group of you are there, and they're not just fighting with Father Hastings and the Druidess.
Yeah.
And they kind of all right, fine. And Dodge kind of he looks like he walks like he's a little bit older than he was, when you first met him. And he definitely has a swagger that you did not see before. He walks strangely.
Okay.
And he kind of saunters up to you, and he goes, takes some of the cheese.
Yep.
I was on a boat before, but now not.
Yeah, I feel like that's going around, bud. A lot of people who came here kind of got lost here, and now you're found. And I don't know if what Father Hastings has told you and what he's laid out for you, but I kind of think you have a choice. You know, the experiences you had here are just as real as the memories you had before. So you can stick with this new family or maybe go back to your old one. But I think it's best if we do this without maybe scaring anyone or talking about people's skin.
And Cross, or Dodge, or his nickname's Cross, he kind of laughs. Oh, Erez, he's from Casralia. They're all about people like us. He doesn't like mammals, I guess would be the best term.
You mean most people?
Well, most of you people.
Am I a mammal? What's a mammal?
You have hair and you reproduced without eggs. And you have.
Yeah, don't be so sure about that.
You have a higher body temperature.
You
so
use eggs?
You're warm-blooded.
Do goblins lay eggs? I'm questioning Corfin while this is happening.
Yeah, up until this point, I would have said no.
Point is, it's more of the reptilian, draconic, scaled races.
So he prefers his own people. Okay, that's fine. But you know,
sus, but okay.
Not everyone gets along with their own kind. Some people do, and that's great for them. But just realize that these people are your kind too. And just because the past is now clear doesn't change what happened in the past few years. Just do me a favor and remember that. And I say that to kind of both of them.
Yeah, I mean, he kind of nods. He goes, well, honestly, we're going to pack some things up and probably get out of here. We got to get home. We've been gone for a long while.
And these are the guys that were talking Draconic, right?
Yes.
If I call out in Draconic, what's the name of the empire?
It's called Casralia. Which...
Mean anything to me?
I mean... You do recall that one of the heroes that was told you was named... Hold on, I got the name. Was named Cazleroy Mantledrake.
Yep.
He's that black suit of armor, that draconic armor that Mag is wearing. He was that kind of war general leading men on battle. He was the dragon shadow that was breathing horrible acid on you.
Yeah, that was effing horrible.
Yeah, so Casralia seems like a similar name. Unfortunately, without a lot of world view, it is hard for you to put a geographical location to that. But if this dude found an empire, there could be a chance that it's named Casralia.
Boy.
All right. Well, it looks like everyone's doing okay. I mean, there's bound to be a little bit of chaos, but Father, can I just speak to you for a moment?
Of
Me
course.
and my friends.
Here, let's go. And him and Darcy kind of take you guys to a back room as the kids kind of have settled down now that everyone's been kind of walked away.
Yeah.
All right. Yes. What can I help you with? And Darcy also. Yes, there, lads. How can I help you?
I just wanted to let you know that I think, and Dizzy kind of looks at like his friends at this point. I think we're gonna be leaving soon. I don't know exactly when that is, but probably sooner than later. And I don't know. You guys I've always appreciated what you did for these kids because I never had anyone like that, and and you see Diz is kind of like getting emotional, and there's a little bit of water in his eyes, but I just want to say, if there's anything I can do, if there's anything you need, I don't know, let me know. I want to still support your endeavors, and I think you have a lot of work cut out for you going forward.
Father
And-
Hastings nods. He puts a hand on your shoulder, comforting. He goes, Isbin, you are wonderful, and so are your friends. You have done right by us. You even saved someone who rightfully probably should have died with the horrible things they did. Kind of looks to you, Orphan.
I'm not so terrible. It was self-defense.
But I agree with you. Who knows how much evil that person was going to keep spreading? He attacked you. You were all attacked. We understand, but you put yourselves out there to save this person. That shows a great deal of character. Others would not do the same for you. Now, I'm too old to travel, so I'm going to stay here. It is my calling.
Of course.
Well, a lot of people are going to be leaving. This is no longer their home, or they have lives to get to. Imagine people who were married 10 years ago and still technically are, who have been out here living a separate life.
Oh God, I didn't even think of that. Jeez.
There's going to be a lot of adjustments, and they're going to need a cool and steady head to prevail. And, well, I mean, I was the spiritual leader, and so I do not see a reason for that to change for me. I will tell you, you are only, I don't know, maybe, I can't tell you the exact distance, it's been a long time, but, to the, he kind of like, he starts looking around at the sun, he goes, to the west of, if you go fully north, you will hit the coast, and if you follow the coastline, there is a city there of goblinoids and pirates and sailors and sellswords. It is known as Freeport.
That's terrifying.
But well, it's weird because there's no crime per se. The laws are extremely strict. The point of like, if you are caught, you are dead. But I'm sure criminal things still happen. To the
My eyes kind of look over at
There's also-
Corfin unintentionally.
There is also a port town looking over the sea as well of humanoids. There is also the humanoid kingdom expanses. It's a barony connected to this this bluff area known as Stravend. That is it hovers over the coast. A little contentious for the bay, but there's also the humanoid kingdom is known as Dravenest. It is a bit he kind of thinks again, southwest, I think. Yes, southwest, depending on where you're facing. There's so much of this world for everyone to see, and I don't know. A lot of people have a lot of lives, and I think they're going to want to either get back to them or figure them out. So, think over the next few weeks and months, I think this place is going to get a lot smaller. But it also might grow, because if people have been trying to come here and seen this fog and turned around, well, now that it's gone, we may get more visitors. May not for the best.
That's true.
Yeah, that's good thinking, Father. I think I want to tell you something though. This place, the whole reason it was the way it was, and they forgot everything. It's obviously not natural, but it was done intentionally to keep something hidden, something secret. And I feel like, if you're gonna stay here and kind of take a leadership position, I feel like you should know. And Gene, I'm gonna kind of give him a rundown of what just happened.
So, like, he nods along, but you notice... Everyone make me an insight check.
Sure.
Sure.
And you have 4 group inspirations.
You said insight,
Well-
right?
Yeah, insight.
That's a 10.
Wow. That's a 23.
Nice.
Also 10.
Okay. So, all of you kind of like, they're nodding along. Mag, you notice that Darcy has some very, very subtle reactions to everything being said, like she already knows. And that's the druidess that's here.
Well, yeah, because we know that Bites said that, or that Norm's simulacrum said that the druids were protecting stuff. So we already knew that.
Yes, but you also know that Darcy is not part of that druid enclave that Bite is with.
So I'm kind of just gonna look over at her and I'm gonna be like, I feel like someone already knows, and nudge Disbin and kind of
So-
nod towards
Huh?
the druidess.
Yeah, so Darcy's kind of like cow nostrils flare for a moment, and she goes, so it was my mission to be sent here and help stop the cult. I knew about them, but when I got here I forgot my purpose. And so I knew I was here to protect something, and just naturally I knew the forest was wrong. So it was my goal to keep people out of it, and then I joined Father Hastings in keeping people safe, and keeping people wandering.
Okay.
But,
Well, it should be contained. I mean, I'm not sure what you're gonna do going forward. I hope you help stay and help with the Father, but
so I actually mean to head to the Druid Enclave out in the out at the edge of town. So apparently the heroes of old, they and Norm and them, they set up this Druid group that were to keep this place safe. Even if they didn't know their purpose, there were messages and other things left for them to find out. And so they had a minor understanding of what they were doing, but maybe not the exact, because of the issues with the memory. I was actually sent here to try to reconnect with them. And so I think outsiders come looking to try to awaken this or figure it out. I'm going to reconnect with them, and I think this place will be safe enough. It may not be perfect, but there are a lot of shape changers and nature folks out there in the ranch that will likely be able to keep this place safe and guarded. They know these woods better than anyone. And she kind of gestures, and you notice the room around her, the plants kind of grow and excel at her whim. She goes, I am deeply connected with the forest here. He and I talk many times, many secrets to be known.
well, I think this place will be better if you stick around and help protect it. There's a cave entrance, and if you use some of that druidics, maybe cover it up, hide it, do something, just so people don't poke around.
So that could be good.
So, with all the information you tell them, she kind of nods and she goes, all
Yeah.
right. Well, that's good. I think I'm going to head out then. and I'm gonna go
Okay.
speak with them because I don't think this town is really going anywhere yet. And but time is of the essence. And she kind of like walks to you see a large like tree on the edge of this property, and she nods to all of you and walks through it. Disappears.
Oh, that was okay.
Yeah, that's something.
That was fascinating.
And Father Hastings goes, so where I was barely able to help your brother or cousin, Disbin,
Cousin.
a lot of my, I now remember a lot of my all my divine and prayers have returned to me. I am a bit stronger than I was before, now that I remember what's going on, and my connection with the light has grown again. So
Oh,
I should be able to aid and help if you all need anything, or people need to be sent here for safety or healing. I'm a bit capable.
To
well,
know.
that's good. That's good. That's something. A good thing that came out of this, for sure.
Yes.
Well, I don't know. I mean, Father, I wanted you to know this stuff because if you're going to stay here, it's going to be something you're probably going to have to deal with. I don't know if this is forever goodbye, but probably for a while.
Everyone, roll me a perception check.
Okay.
Dirty 20.
I accidentally hit it twice, but 25.
Okay. With a dirty 20 and a 25, you hear the light footsteps of someone trying to leave the room, near the room, without being caught.
Can I? Yeah, I'm gonna grab for whatever that is. They are whatever.
So, you went into like the private chamber of the priest.
Yeah.
And so someone was listening from the outside.
Oh, throwing open the door.
Okay.
Throwing open the door.
So-
Like ah.
Dipping almost into the shadows, you see Sun Korin. He was like the sun-kissed human as part of
Oh,
the
if I remember that.
orphans. He's one of them. And you see him like his eyes go wide for a moment. They flash red like Boel's, and he begins to run.
Oh no.
I will give chase.
Okay. All right. So he darts out. You guys are only a little bit behind him.
I will chase too.
So
I have no idea what's going on.
yeah, you guys begin.
Yeah, I got a
running.
3.
So you just see us run.
So I will say this:
What?
at your current chase, unless you like Misty Step or Face Step, there's no way for you to overtake him. Then you can always, rogue dash, and you will be able to catch him quickly. But,
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
But this dude is running at a 30 speed, and you all have 30 speeds.
Jean,
Yes.
Mag sort of focuses her gaze on him, and suddenly the wind starts to rise very strangely around her feet, and like the leaves kind of blow around her feet. Next thing you know, face down.
Okay. So he turns a corner to like head toward the exit, and you each circle around him. Corfin, you kind of like jump off a wall real quick, cut a corner hard, hit your hip a little bit, and you guys overtake him, blocking him at the door. Mag appears in front of him, and he's like, whoa, what's going on? I just gotta get out of here. As you guys are,
Oh,
like,
really?
running-
As I'm like grabbing my sword and like just like.
Where we going in such a rush there, buddy?
Oh, I'm just leaving. I have to get out of here. It's dangerous.
Leave. Yeah, you left your ear by the door there. So what's the problem then?
No problems. I was just trying to go, and then you guys started chasing me, and that got real weird.
Yeah. What were you? Why were you listening by the door there?
Why did your eyes flash red? I saw that.
My eyes did not flash red. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, you lying piece of shit.
I was just curious what you were talking to the headmaster about.
Yeah, you could have knocked on the door, asked that question, but instead you put your dirty ear by the door, and then you got caught and you ran like a little bitch. So spill.
Make me an intimidate.
Can I assist since I have my sword
Absolutely. And also make me an insight check
out? Oh, okay, I'll do insight.
as well. We'll do both.
Oh, okay. Well, wait, I'm assisting though, right?
So
wouldn't I not?
Finn, give me advantage, intimidate.
All right, my intimidation advantage is only a 12.
Okay. So
Then I only got a 14 insight.
So he doesn't know you, and he like looks at you. He goes, "Listen, I don't know you." And he looks at you, Mag. He's like, "Listen, you gotta listen. You gotta hear what's going on. I learned a lot. I'm pretty happy about that. I just wanted to get out of here because obviously I got caught. Sorry, I just want to know things."
Do I believe him with my insight of 14?
I mean, you did catch him listening at the door, and you did see a strange flash in his eyes, but he seems genuine that he believes what he's. And he also does not seem scared of you. But also, again, he hasn't seen you guys fight, and to him, you two look like, you know, adolescents who ran around this town. You've always had
With a wooden sword in my case,
yeah.
yeah.
And but now you got cool armor, so like he looks scared enough. But yeah, no. I mean, again, you guys could always spend inspiration if you want to try to make those insights a little higher, but as of right now, you don't.
I'll spend an inspiration because
Sure.
we have a lot.
All right, I want to try something a little different.
Okay.
I am going to spend one of my psychic dice to start talking in his head.
Okay.
Ooh, I also rolled where'd it go? 22 insight.
Oh.
Yeah, and then at the same time, I'm going to open up my hand and allow one of my psychic blades to appear,
Okay.
and he'll hear in his head.
We know who you are. Just tell us everything we want to know. Or the blade you see in front of you will disappear and reappear in your stomach.
Okay. So with your new insight, he does believe everything he says, but there's something else. Finn, you hear in a shadowy, wispy voice, "We meet again." It reminds you of Boel Smithers when he turned into his Dark Angel form. And roll me a wisdom saving throw.
Whoa.
That's going to be an 18.
Okay. A chill of necrotic fear, like the necrotic shroud of a fallen Aasimar, washes only for the briefest moment. But you push away. As when you created this connection, it seems like this dude, now he might be an Aasimar. And he might also, but he does not seem quite as in control or as powerful as Boa Smither is.
Do I get the impression like that darkness that was in Smithers is in this kid also?
Yes, and whether he knows it or not, that is the hard part to tell. Like, is he complicit in it? You're not quite sure.
All right. So I want to try and do something really quick. I want to try and grapple him.
Nice. Okay.
Roll me an athletics check.
This should be interesting.
I mean,
That is a 12.
great. You beat this commoner. You put him in a headlock. Oh, come on, get off me, man!
All right, father, we got a problem, and
I would like to not. Oh, go ahead.
I'll start dragging him.
Yeah. And also, the weird thing is to you, he did not respond to you or seem like he has heard anything you said to him in his head. So, like when you grab him, he's like, "Oh, he put me in a headlock! Help! Help!"
Yeah, I will drag him over to Father Hastings.
Okay, yeah.
Follow.
With this commotion, everyone has left, and you guys are all standing out there now in this room.
What's
All right, look. I don't know if he even knows it, but I was in his head, and like the thing that Smithers was, that when he tried to attack us, said something to me from this kid's head. I think he's trying to come back inside this kid, but the kid don't even know it. So, Father, if you could do like exorcise the evil from him or something, you got to do something before the kid he gets away.
So as you kind of see, the kid begins to like struggle, but he's not held back, and Father Hastings, clutches his like sun holy symbol and touches the kid, and there's a light flash. And the kid like stops struggling, and he goes, interesting. The kid's like, let go of me. I didn't hear nothing.
Just shut up. Let it happen.
No, he seems so Father Hastings seems to have cast a spell. It does not seem like a powerful spell, but it seems like the kid's just like, what's going on? Why are you grabbing me?
All right, I'll very, very cautiously begin to release him from my grip.
Yeah, he kind of like he like shakes his head and he goes, well, I was over here, and he was like points at like where he was like hanging out earlier, and he's like, and then I saw the door open and you guys were chasing me.
Yeah, you had something. You had something on you. You couldn't see it. We was just trying to get it off you. Father helped to get it out of you. So you're all right now.
Okay.
Right, Father?
And Father Hastings like looks strangely because he obviously doesn't know. You can I'll say Norm, you can give me a religion check. See what spell he cast. Rennie, you can also give me a religion check as well.
I rolled an 18.
Okay.
I'm gonna do a lot worse.
Yeah, well, it's not that hard.
4.
Okay, you have no idea what happened, but magic did. Norm,
That sounds right.
Father Hastings casts protection from evil and good on the kid. And so if there's some sort of outer planar influence for at least the moment, it is going to be suppressed. He didn't like do anything to like remove evil. He just like made it so the kid's body's not a viable host.
Do we think he was possessed or something?
Yeah, I heard Smothers in my head, like when I was in the kid's head. And then he tried to do something to me. It didn't work, but I felt like that icky blackness thingy that he was doing to us. And he tried it. It didn't work, but it was coming from inside the kid's head. The kid didn't even realize that it was happening.
Yes, he may have been under the influence of this other creature, and Father's spell looks like everything.
I don't like that this creature keeps like finding us again somehow
goes,
and switching.
He goes, son Corin, come with me. We need to talk and have some cleansing ritual. Or it's like, okay, Mr. Hastings. And as he kind of walks by, I will say I'm gonna keep your 22 insight from before. There's
Okay.
a slight smirk on the edge of his mouth as he moves past you toward Father, towards this back.
Should we be worried? Should we stick around?
Well, look, I don't know much about like all the crazy magic and stuff like that. Like, I'm not a magic person. All right. So let me back up. I'm not
Don't
a
sell
person.
yourself short.
I'm not a person who uses a lot of magic. But if I had to guess, I'm gonna say that even though we'll just say Norm. Even though Norm was successful in casting the whole ritual thingy that he did, my guess is that this thing, because it's as evil as he says it was, and as primordial, I think was the word. It's not gonna entirely be gone. And I think it's going to have a subtle influence on individuals, clearly. And I'll motion to the kid being walking off of Father Hastings. And I don't think that's going to be the last person that it probably tries to influence I think it's going to be weaker than it was before, but over time, I'll get stronger. So I don't know, what could be done.
So opposed to the like primordial rage and like the voice that saved Boel, it seemed more like when his angelic form. So if this kid is also an Asifmar, he might have a similar celestial soul, opposed to this primordial force. Yes, it probably has tendrils in the world, but
Right.
it seems more likely now that like you see the kid, he looks human, but he had that weird flash of red. You kind of start putting pieces together that he is likely also an Aasimar, and might have somehow been influenced to be a fallen Aasimar.
I mean, it could be like that witch was saying about whole celestial and fiends being two sides of the same coin, you know? Maybe because there's darkness here and he's susceptible to that darkness because of that. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I think it's a good idea. Like, I think it's good that Father Hastings is going to stay.
Yeah.
Now he knows what's going on. He won't have blinders on and can help anybody who gets like that. But I don't think like this isn't the end of this. I think this is only the beginning.
Yes.
I think this is the start of the rest of our lives, to be honest.
Oh boy. There's a
Um,
lot happening.
all right. Well, Father Hastings clearly has his work cut out for him. I think it's time to.
Yeah.
You hear the kid go, "I didn't do anything," and you hear him scream in the back room.
Oh.
I'll go running into
To
the
the door,
doorway
yeah,
to see
same.
what's going on.
I'm
As
gonna
you-
follow.
As you open the door, you see he is frozen in place. He has a shard of glass like in his hand that looks like it was going to attack Father Hastings. His eyes are not red, but he is like completely paralyzed. And Father Hastings is just holding his holy symbol. He goes, "Ah, I see. You were just a cultist. Interesting."
Oh, is that who he was before? Damn
And-
it.
And Father Hastings kind of disarms him from the glass. And
Gene, I'm gonna go over and just kind of like I put a big goblin arm around this dude and I just full Nelson his ass.
he goes, "Tie him up. We will figure out what to do, but I think Suncorin, though that likely is not his real name. Well, he may have been a cultist trying to get into this town and forgot that for a while and started recalling.
Part of the cult of Tenebris who did all this is what you're thinking, right?
Oh yes." And Suncorin's like, "That's completely true." Oh, we just lost Rennie.
Whoop.
Oh no!
Oh no! There he is.
I don't know. Everything just shut down. Sorry, guys.
Nope.
It's okay.
I will say the drama was really good because
It
you
was
were
so
like,
good.
"That's."
Oh, your camera's still off.
yeah. Give me a second
Yeah,
to
no worries.
reorder. There I am.
All right, yeah, and he kind of
Hey.
he's like struggling, and you notice that there's a strange like pulse in this room. Dizzy, you're familiar to it. It's your truth wave, and I think you cast Zone of Truth once or no? Did
Yeah.
you? Yeah.
Yeah, I can.
And he goes, "That's completely true." He goes, "Ah, all right. Well, let's answer some questions." And Father Hastings kind of begins to interrogate this guy, without having to roleplay back and forth with my own self.
No, Gene, what does he say now?
That's the best.
It is quickly revealed that Suncorn's not his real name. He was a cultist member. He apparently is somewhat related to Boel Smithers, so he's like a similar Aasimar family. And that he comes from apparently this cloud city that is above a giant mage tower in the desert.
All right, well,
That's how.
Yeah, me and Kellen are like, what? That sounds cool.
And so that's kind of, but not much more information besides this guy's a young guy. He was indoctrinated early, and apparently given a new name, which kind of corrupted his celestial nature into this.
Oh, a new name. And I'm kind of like, yeah, looking at Kellen like,
Father, we can take care of him if you want.
Father Hastings goes, in what way?
I'll give him a real bad headache.
Well, we're gonna leave town. We can take this guy with us.
we have to babysit.
I think I will keep him restrained here, and when Dashi returns, and maybe the other druids from the Conclave, they may have better uses for him.
Oh
Okay.
yeah, I like Druid Justice. They return you to the earth,
Goodness.
and I just stare at him like,
Yeah. Yeah, he as you can guys easily quickly tell, this is essentially, he was essentially a sleeper agent being readied, but unfortunately when he came into the fog, he lost his memories of being part of the cult.
Unfortunately, yeah, no,
Yeah.
but still.
So he
Well.
clearly this was some sort of attempt of the cult to try to get more members in, and hoping that his celestial nature somehow gave him resistance to the fog. And you kind of picked that up because like when you guys were out starting to like go to the cave and stuff, like Norm, Pecorin, and Bite were like fighting cultists in the town that were like revealing themselves, and so like makes it kind of all adds together as this, you know, this guy probably wouldn't have fought.
Gotcha.
He's an orphan. Why the fuck would he try this? He'd wait and bide his time. But you guys rolled really high on your perception checks to hear him over at the door.
All right. Well, you seem like you got this, Father. I think we're gonna go. You sure you don't need like money or anything?
I mean, I'm sure we can raid both Smither's house and Lady Lash's house for money.
You might not find a lot in Lady Lash's house.
You'll find some things, maybe.
That's
Full
fine.
of Smithers? Probably.
I think we'll make do, and worst comes to worst, now that this town is open, we can start trading. But again, that is a
True.
talk for another time.
All right. Well,
Last question. Sorry.
no. Go ahead.
Now that everyone has the memories back and everything, who would be best for sending messages? Did you have anyone in town that would send messages like long distances?
Norm, he would come with news from the
Yeah.
outside world and news from the inside world. So
Okay.
we're gonna have to figure that out. Again, I think
Did I tell you about Norm? Let me tell you about Norm.
you give him the whole spiel. Yeah,
You know what? I honestly don't give him the whole spiel. I just say, like, Norm's not gonna be coming around anymore.
oh well, that's unfortunate. But
Agreed.
you don't explain the whole simulacrum thing to him. Or
No.
Yeah, he goes, well, I mean, we'll figure it out. We can get messages out to the outside world now that the borders are open.
Yes, that's
Okay.
true. People
So-
might even be trying to come in now. Like, we should probably be paying attention to that.
I mean,
I'm sure within a few weeks.
it's only been a few hours since the fog fell, so I think you may have a day or two before we have to
Maybe.
worry about people truly trying to poke their way through.
Well, the time means nothing to some people anyway. Yes. All right. Yes. All right. Well, thank you, Father Hastings.
Time means nothing? What does that even mean?
Nothing. It doesn't mean anything.
it means she's a fancy elf and remembers everything, and that she's kind of immortal. I don't know.
We all still, like, time is the only thing we have. I mean,
I just mean that some people don't need to like wait days for like mental travel. Never mind. It's kind of complicated. I don't know. I'm afraid to go to sleep tonight. I'm just gonna say that right now. I'm afraid to go to sleep tonight. For
I'm-
reasons.
confused.
I think we're all confused, Izzy.
Okay, good. Then I'm in good company.
Yeah, I think we'll all figure it out as we go along.
All right. Father, take care, and thank you for everything. Truly.
You're welcome and be safe. Yes. Kind of like, smooths out his robes and he goes, I will discipline this child.
Yeah, if you want him to have a really bad headache, just let me know.
I will do my best to pray over him.
I'm sure he'll love that, being a cultist and all. All right, bye.
All right. So you guys make your way out of the orphanage with some new information. And where are you going to go next?
Hey, can we take our break now? I have to make a quick phone call. I just got
absolutely.
texted.
You know
Sure.
what?
Yeah, that works.
Why don't we take our break and we come back at 9:30?
Does that work for you, Norm? 9:30?
Yep.
We're gonna take
Okay,
our
cool.
break.
Good.
Thanks everyone.
Thanks,
We'll be
everyone. Thanks for the
back
follows.
in a few minutes. Thanks for the cheers. Thanks for the file.
We
follows.
back.
You the best.
Shorty, you the best. You the best.
All right. And we are back. What is up? All right. So, where are we heading next?
Dizzy
Hey, where are
will-
we headed next?
Dizzy will kind of look sheepishly, like at his boots. Be like, "Listen, I really want to check on my folks, but I'm kind of scared."
We'll go with you. Help you, whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah, we'll go
What?
with you. It's no problem.
But like, what if I go there, and they remember their lives, my parents, and they don't want me around. And Dizzy, you can see Dizzy's eyes are like, vibrating on the edge of tears.
Mag is gonna like gently touch him on the shoulder and be like, Diz, you said it yourself to the others. Just because they had lives before this doesn't mean that everything that happened during this time wasn't real.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
yeah, you're right.
Everybody's saying that like they still remember everything that happened in the
Mhm.
town. They're
So
just
it's
now
again.
remembering. Yeah, they're just now remembering like their lives before the town. So
Well,
it's not like they're going to think differently of you. I mean, they praise you. They're your family.
And with the exception of maybe some of these cultists, I'm sure that your parents will still love you just the same, even if it's going to be a little different because they remember their old lives.
you're probably right, and I'm just thinking about it too much. Kellen's dad and mom seemed like not way different, but like there was something new, something else, and like what if they hated goblins before? And I don't know. I guess I've been kind of putting it off and going to do all these other things, and I'm just scared.
Well, let's
Oh.
go together. Like we said, we're all here for you. Like again, that hasn't changed. We're all your friends.
And we're here for you. I think everything will be fine. But if you look at Kellen, he has a bad poker face. Like he's.
Sweating bullets.
Yep, everything will be just fine.
Look,
Like, oh, wow. Wow.
look. The only way to know for sure is just to go and see him and find out. And then once you know, like we'll take it from there. But you're not going to go alone. If you need protection, you got us. If you need support, you got us. If you just want to, just everything is fine, you still got us. So, it's win-win-win, right?
Triple win, really. Good.
You're right. You're right. Okay. And Diz kind of does that big like face wipe. You're right. Yeah. Okay. Let's go.
All right. You guys make your way toward that side of town where a lot more of the houses are, and a little like suburb area. And like we started this game long ago, here, clank, 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 and you see smoke rising in the distance. There are two things that assault you. First, the sound of this hammering forge. Second, the smell of a cooking dinner. Actually, yeah, it's about that time, let's say. I don't even know what time it is. But yeah, the smell of like supper, a halfling supper being cooked. It is
Oh, so much meat. Ugh.
amalgam of so much food, probably too much. You smell faint aromas of pies cooling in windowsills. And as you round the corner on this like gravel path, you see Hank in the back, forging horseshoes. Cade and Kaylee are like playing with little action figure dolls and like doing sword fights. And inside you hear the hustle and bustle of Keg making dinner. But this area of town does not seem as affected by whatever the masses are. You do see some people on their porches, like some of the people who were disgruntled earlier, but no one's kind of crazy over here. They're just doing their thing.
All right. I'm gonna kind of look between the house and the forge because I imagine they're kind of separated.
Yeah.
And Dizzy seems to have like a little indecision of like which way to choose.
You
And-
you hear a large clank of a large hammer being put down heavily. You hear like the of someone like wiping their brow and like getting ready. You hear a door open and then you hear, "Hey! You better wash yourself up before you come in here with them dirty ass hands." And you hear, all right, I'm sorry, honey, I'll wash up. And then you hear the splashing of a small trough as Hank washes up before coming inside. And he goes, Kaylee, wash up. Supper's almost ready. Help your mom set the table. And they're like, oh, we don't want her. But they
Oh.
no, and they kind of stop playing and they wash up real quick and they head inside as well.
I take a big breath. I go to the trough. I clean my hands, and I head inside.
Yeah, okay. So, like normal, this large house for hobbits, because it's a normal sized house for people, but it's become a 2-floor house for them.
This house is perfectly sized.
Perfectly
I don't know
sized.
what you're talking about.
There is a full spread, and yep, luckily you're a little short, Mag, but your head definitely
my head.
brushes the ceiling because it is, half the height of a normal house on each floor. And so you see, as you guys all come in, you see, a bunch of plates set around the table. There's always extra place settings at the Tenderfoot table, and today is no different. You see Hank and Keg kind of doing this dance as they, move between each other like only an intimate family could, bringing out spreads and foods, with the occasional goosing here and there because they are a lovely married couple. And as you all kind of come in, you hear a light ring of a bell because there's like a bell on their door. He's a smith, and they look up and they go, "Oh, Dizzy! Kellen, Mag, have they met you yet, Corfin? No. And your cousin." As they look at Kellen, because another gnome is not crazy, and they go, "Come join us. We're about to sit down for supper."
Oh, well, great! I'm famished.
Very hungry, actually.
There's like the table adjacent, which is the table that's always set for extras. Dizzy, there's a table setting for you at the normal table. They all kind of begin sitting and eating their sticky buns, for dessert later. And Keg and Hank are talking, and they're like, "Oh, how are you doing today? You guys look a little rough and tumble. Ooh, nice armor." Hank tugs on your scale, and he kind of then he looks at your shield. "Ooh, look at you getting fancy in the world."
I don't. I don't know about that, Pa. But yeah, we. Man, I don't even know where to start. We went through something, and this whole. And he just kind of does a big, all this stuff that's happening. We're kind of responsible for everyone waking up or remembering. Yeah, I don't know if it's dinner table talk, and I kind of look at Cade and Kaylee.
They're doing their own thing. That only
Right, yeah, they're
only young
girls.
twins who don't give a shit about anything that's not their world can do.
But yeah, no, we fought. We fought skeletons and cultists and fey creatures, and we helped do a ritual. Ma, it was a whole thing.
You're fine. You got it. I mean, it's a bit big for us, but you got the heart of a hero, don't you? And she kind of gives you a shoulder squeeze. Yeah, we remembered a bunch of things. It was nice.
Can I
Alcohol.
ask?
What? Wait, I heard two things at once. What?
Alcoholic.
Oh yeah, of course. And she heads
Straw.
heads under the sink and like pulls out an equivalent of a growler, pours everyone some like hard cider. Yeah, I mean, me and your father, we met a long time ago. We're from the place called the Verdant Sea. It's where a lot of the smaller folk live.
Someone else mentioned that. Yeah.
Oh yeah, the Mernigs.
Yeah. That your mom and I kind of point to you, Kellen.
Oh yeah,
Your mom and dad are from there.
Deligobella. She's a tough lass. She's helped us once or twice before. But no, we lived on the edge of the Wormspire Mountains, right by the Dwarven Enclave. That's actually where we learned how to smith, and we met each other there.
Oh well. Neat. I guess.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, we were, we were kind of getting away from our area because honestly, living by the dwarves, there wasn't as much of a use for a smith, two well-trained smiths, so we kind of went our ways to kind of try to make a home for ourselves and a trade and a place, and yeah, I guess we heard about this small village, and then we ended up here, and then we didn't remember, but our plans still kind of stayed intact. We are the village smiths, and yeah, every town needs a smith. It's just how it works.
You always say so, Dad.
It's true. It's true.
I guess I have news too. And Diz like looks at his plate like he's not making eye contact with anyone.
Well, you know the Tinderfoot way. Spit it out.
Right? Yeah. Of course. I think we're gonna. I think I have to leave.
Oh, okay. I mean, we'll miss you, but you'll always have a plate setting here.
Here.
Like Mag's even like oh something
When-
dust in my eye.
And Keg kind of. When are you considering leaving?
I don't. We haven't kind of figured that part out yet. To be honest, just you remember Norm, right? Of course.
Oh yeah, he's put on those festivals.
Yeah. He's in trouble. It's kind of complicated, and honestly, I only get like half of it. But I think Norm is in trouble, and I think we have to find him.
Oh, well, I mean that seems pretty important. All right, well, give me like a day so I can prepare you a proper pack so you have food for the journey.
Oh, you don't. Oh, okay.
But yeah, I mean, I understand you all got adventurous hearts. At least, well, I don't know about you, young man, but the rest of you, I know. I've you all got the wandering spirit in the eye, and you're gonna go on an adventure. Well, you all seem like good friends, and that's kind of part of all that matters. Good hearts, good friends, and good arms and armor. So make sure you get yourself properly geared up and ready to go. I don't want you going around in nothing but the best.
I mean, this armor you gave me is still holding up, and I kind of look at the chainmail. I'm like, I guess maybe it's seen better days at this point, but honestly, Mom, Pa, I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for these guys and girls here. They're my best friends, and I don't know that I want to leave because ever since you guys let me in your home and took me in, my life got better every single day going forward, and leaving this place and this dinner table is gonna be pretty hard, but I feel like I have to.
I mean, every kid has to make their journey. You got to become a man. Can't just sit here and let me coddle you. You're going to become fat like Hank. And Hank's like, "Whoa." You know, you gotta go on your own adventure, son. And also think about this. You know, no matter how far you go, no matter where you wander and what strangeties you see, you always know you have an anchor. You always got a place to come back to. You always got a bed. So, you got a home still. It just means you're going out for a while, and maybe you'll come back, maybe you won't. But we hope you come back.
I hope so too.
Also, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't really like your friends.
What? Why?
They have not even finished their second plate worth of food yet. You better.
I'm
Slow
I'm
eating.
getting to it. I'm getting to it.
All I know
can't
is
eat this much.
all I know
Elves don't
is-
eat this much.
all I know
Elandra
is-
don't.
it feels real bad that I made all this food. It's just gonna go to waste because people are being lazy. Just saying.
No, I'm eating it.
Just
Like
saying.
Mag is literally crying as she's shoveling more salad into her mouth, and like a piece is
All
hanging
right,
out.
all right. You put a diligent effort. I don't know. Still
I
suspicious
like-
of some of you.
I'd like to try and like secretly try to like shove some of my food into my pack.
Okay,
like-
make a sleight of hand.
And 11.
Okay.
So much food.
You get a
The
slap
logic crying.
on your hand.
I'm trying to like. Not
Listen,
only am I
if
trying
you-
to
if
eat,
you're gonna-
like I want to take it with me
If you're-
too.
Yeah, well, if you're gonna take it home, we got plenty of Tupperware. How dare you try to stuff it into your pouch like a savage, you fucking monster. Now, get back to eating and drinking. You better have room for dessert.
Yeah. Huh.
Man, I am missing Reggie something fierce right now.
Everyone kind of like nods because you know that he was always down to eat
Yeah.
scraps.
He helped me eat a halfling amount because Dizzy can't eat a halfling amount.
Yeah, and you guys also know that, like, while they make all this food, they don't eat all of this food. They often bring the rest of this food to the orphan. And, like,
Yeah.
so it is never actually wasted. But they make a halfling amount of food and don't always eat a halfling amount. And
I
that,
guess I have room for pie.
you better. It's my famous apple pie.
Oh my god, I could eat like 3 of those. Those things are oh my god, the
Well-
crumbly bits.
I don't believe you can, but Only
Oh,
time.
the ice cream. The,
only
the whipped
time
cream.
only time will tell. And 3 apple pies are put up on the table.
Well, let's start with 1 slice and go from there.
Yeah, so you guys spend a nice, like, 2-hour meal, opposed to just, like, a normal, just, like, half-hour hangout. It's like a 2 to 3 hour endeavor.
I think
eating
Corfin's dead. Corfin.
More pie, please.
here. Some of you are, like, seeing double. Some of you are just all your stomachs hurt. But you are well fed and well taken care of for at least this supper, and everything, honestly, pretty normal here. Like, nothing's changed.
Oh,
And it's
Um,
small comfort.
Yeah.
does this count as a short rest?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Dizzy at one point during, like when the next course is being served, he just gets up and gives his mom the biggest hug, like wordless, doesn't explain anything, just kind of wraps her up in a hug, and says, "I'm gonna miss this. This is like my favorite time of day."
Oh. Well, I mean, it's not even dinner time, so there's...
I know it's supper, and that's different than dinner, Mom. I know you've told me so many times.
Yeah, this is just a light supper, and then we're gonna go
I-
to dinner
uh-huh.
in, like, a few hours.
I know. I need to nap before that.
Corfin looks disgusted.
Yeah, So did Meg. Meg, like, definitely was like, well, excuse me.
Well,
Like, left,
all right.
like, the room.
Hank, Callie, Kate, you know what time it is, and they begin to do like the clean up and pack up. And Kay kind of takes you outside, Dizzy.
Okay.
He goes, "So, you've been adventuring? You find any cool stuff?"
Yeah. The shield, and I kind of, show her off the shield.
Well, I mean, that's my make, but that's a new symbol on it.
Yeah, so we kind of encountered echoes of the past, I guess is the best way to put it. And we sort of, each one of us kind of linked with different people, heroes of the past. And we kind of saw through their eyes, and one of them was this warrior guy named Garth. And he's kind of like me, like he came from nothing. Like he was total commoner, nobody, and he was a smith too. I mean, not that I'm any good at it, but you know what I mean. Like, and he just at one point the town that he was in was being like raided or attacked, and he stood up, and nobody else did. And I don't know. I feel like we made a connection, and when we did, I kind of found something, and it sort of, I don't know. It attached itself to the shield is the best way I can describe it.
That's pretty keen.
I found this javelin. It turns into a lightning bolt.
That's really fucking cool.
It is. It really is. Yeah. I mean, the cloak.
I will
Okay.
remind you, you have a suit of half plate that is fitted for a medium-sized creature.
Yeah,
Right.
basically I grabbed a bunch of stuff and popped it in. You want me to dump it out? Dump it out?
Yeah. Oh, and
Yeah.
Mom, listen, I have some stuff for the forge for you and Dad, and me and Kellen will come out and kind of dump
Yeah.
stuff.
You have like
Gene, I
suits
take
of
off-
ceremonial fucking half plate or full plate.
Yeah.
She goes,
Yeah, we just start dumping plate mail. And bah, 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 bah. I take out this silvered great sword and put it in a pile. I take out 12 scimitars, a dagger, 6 suits of leather, 3 more daggers,
she goes,
and I'm just like,
I
yeah,
I don't-
we've gotten a lot of fights
I'm
with
like,
a
I
lot of
don't-
bad people.
I don't know if I need all of those, but if you're going to go to a town, you might be able to sell them. Remember, this is a village. We don't got them. I don't have a reason to need all of these weaponries.
Yeah, well, I was hoping maybe you could, I don't know. You've done so much for me, and we've gotten this far because of you, but like, maybe you and Dad could make something for my friends, maybe me, I don't know.
What do you?
We have this half plate here that seems pretty sturdy, but it's too big for me. I mean, maybe you could help resize it, or I don't know. Like, I think all of us could use some just like some stuff before we go, besides biscuits and honey and cheese and
All right,
apples.
All right. Well, give me some wish lists. What are you looking for? I could definitely resize this half plate. I mean, you got
Okay,
some options. I could shave off some pieces. I could reshape it. I could turn it into half plate. It would take a lot more time and effort. Be that size. I could easily get you a breastplate out of it. No problem. What are you looking for? Finn, are you wearing just leather armor?
Yeah, just regular leather armor.
He goes, I could probably get some studs. Get you some studded leather, a little brigandine.
Oh yeah, that would be great.
Okay, all right. Anyone else need anything? She goes, I could kind of takes this silver great sword. She goes, I could silver up that war pick of yours if you're interested.
I mean, honestly, I actually kind of wanted to know if you wanted this back. I mean, this war pick was a gift, and I know you said it was in the family.
I mean, eventually we'll see them again, but you could have it. It's just a war pick. I mean, it's a family, but keep it. It's part of us. It has our maker's mark.
Sure. I mean, if you could add the silver to it, that'd be good, I guess. If you could turn the half plate to the right size, right? Let me just look at that real quick. Is that 15? Yeah, that would be That'd be great. I don't know, Kel, do you need anything?
Oh,
Cut
Norm,
out.
you cut out, brother.
no, I don't know what's going on. I don't know how to make it any. But I see two of you guys are totally still up. Probably something on.
What kind of armor do you wear?
We're Splint.
That's
Flint?
that's heavier armor than I wear.
It's just noisy, but it gives me better.
Yeah. Norm, you don't, or Kel, you don't use a shield, right? Or do you do? No. Do you want a shield?
It would kind of interfere.
Right.
Actually, let me
Okay.
try one thing. I'm going to cast that detect magic on the last group of stuff that we had. The stuff we just kind of grabbed. I didn't even look at it.
Can you remind me of what you grabbed?
Yeah, you have the bag
Um,
of holding, Norm. So
Yeah, it's like generic stuff. I don't think I put anything special. There was
Oh.
there was a bunch of stuff after we scanned around. There was a bunch of stuff like.
Oh yeah, so yeah, okay. Now I know what you're talking about. Grab it. So again, you found a ton of money and gems. You found like an old suit of armor. Did not look like amazing quality. It was like a breastplate. But nothing. It was just mostly value. But it is
Okay.
it's a breastplate that could be like reworked. I will say, yeah, none of it seems of a magical nature.
Okay.
yeah, I mean that's the only two things I could think of. You know, maybe silver war pick and the half plate would be kind of awesome. That chainmail, I don't know if it'd make it through another season, Mom.
Yeah, it's some old chainmail. All right, well, that means you're gonna have to stay a few days because it's gonna take a little time to do it.
Well, listen, why don't we? And I guess at this point, everyone will kind of be outside trying to digest. Why don't?
Rolled in the grass. Oh.
Yeah, just full
Let
food,
the earth
baby.
take me. Just let it take me now. Oh my god.
Why don't we spend the next week, let's say, maybe less than a week, however long this takes, maybe try to help the town get to some kind of stable position? As
Ugh.
much as I don't love the idea, I kind of want to meet with Shredgers, because I bet that dude is crapping his pantaloons. You know what I mean?
I mean, I don't mind spending a week, but I need to send a message out. So we need to find somebody that's leaving to take a message with them then, because I have to send word home.
Well, Mag, why don't we head down to the tavern at one point? A lot of the townsfolk are there. Someone has to be
It's
able to do that.
sure that will work.
Depending on where you want to send your message, you know, that druid lady might be able to do like an animal messenger for you.
Yes, we could go back to the druid. Yes, that could work
Heck,
as well.
the witch might be able to send a message. You never asked.
I thought
her.
about that after we talked to her. Yeah, I thought about it too late. I was like, oh damn, should have asked her.
Yeah, so I will say also with the insight, like when she turned invisible, it's not like she was leaving town. You think
No.
you think she was gonna go investigate bait
Probably.
and like see what was going on when you mentioned that. Not like she was like, oh, I have to leave now. It was like, oh,
Yeah,
she's
I'm gone forever.
no, she definitely
I'm-
was like, I'm gonna go spy on this dude and find out more shit.
Mag's gonna pull parchment out and be like, I have to compose a letter, and then we'll go find someone to take it for me later. But I'm gonna do that.
So,
Okay.
I mean, she looks at you. Keg looks at you, Callan, and she goes, I could probably, I could easily turn that breastplate, resize it for you, or given time and getting Hank to stop being a lazy piece of shite, we might be able to forge you. We can use that breastplate as a base. I could probably make you a suit of half plate if you wanted. If you're interested, that's really up to you. Breastplate easy.
Oh, they're looking at.
Yeah, she's looking at you because like there's one suit of half plate that she's gonna resize, but there is a breastplate that she could work into a full suit of half plate.
Yeah, as far as the half plate, I'm comfortable. But it kind of would restrict me, so I'm not sure how to.
No,
I'll best-
you can wear half plate. You just can't wear full plate.
I can.
Yeah, you can wear
Okay.
medium armor. It's the best medium armor. But the only thing is you get disadvantage on stealth. The breastplate
Which
you would,
is nothing new.
Which I do now.
so,
Yeah.
perfect. All right.
I would appreciate that.
Uh-huh. All right. So I have a question for you, Chris. As Finn, do you your armor doesn't adjust in size?
Nope.
So you need essentially suits of armor for each size you choose to be eventually. Okay.
Eventually, yeah.
Okay.
Or a magic piece of armor
that will
will suit. Yeah.
Yep.
Eventually, yeah.
Yeah. All right. So she goes, "Do you want to give me the leather you're wearing now, and I'll put studs in it, or do you want me to just work on a new suit?"
Yeah, and as she kind of looks at it, it's Dimitri sized, and I've poked holes in the straps, and I've squeezed it onto myself so it fits. But it is a teenager human sized armor. And so I kind of look down at it, and then I look at her. I go, "Well, if you could make me my size, that would be perfect."
All right. She comes out and she pulls out a measuring tape equivalent, and she measures all of you, both you and Kellen. She does not measure Dizzy. And she makes some notes on a chalkboard thing that's out in the thing. All right, week's time. I mean, Hank's a little rusty, so. And you hear, "I'm not rusty. I can do it. I can do anything." And there is some grumbling of a loving married couple, razzing each other lightly, and you guys are. Armor is essentially taken away that would need to resized, but if you are aware, you can wear whatever armor you have currently. That is so Finn's armor is well, no, Finn, you can keep your armor because they'll take one of these leather suits of armor that was that you guys have found, and they begin to resize it and stud it. They begin reshaping the half plate. They begin reshaping they begin taking the breastplate, adjusting it, taking pieces. And I will say, Norm, you can use a shield if you decided ever to not use your two-handed gun.
Okay.
So, if you ever wanted a shield as a backup, there is a way that you could do it. So, you guys continue on your way. Some of you lighter and less armored, but yeah. So your war pick is taken, but you have a bag full of scimitars and various other weapons if you need.
Yep.
And so. Yeah, a lot of smithing begins to start happening as you guys make your way.
We're gonna make our way to the bar. I think someone said.
Okay.
Yeah, I figure Mag wants to get this message out, so and maybe the bar can kind of give us a better idea of. I mean, it seems people are pretty disgruntled, but maybe there's more to it. Maybe let's put our ears to the ground.
At some point, I'd like to go to the tailor shop.
Again, that is on the way. You guys can stop anywhere you're in town.
Sure. Taylor, then bar.
Sure. Hold on a second. Excuse me, Miss Tenderfoot. Is there a place where I could make my clothes?
Hey, there's an outhouse, or you can go inside the house.
Use my room.
The outhouse would probably be better because it's a little bigger.
Okay.
I'll go into the outhouse, and it takes me maybe about 5 minutes, and then when I come out, you see Dimitri in his clothes and armor.
Hey, bud.
Hello. Hey, hi. This is. Hello.
What's with the change? Do you not want to freak him out?
I do not want to. I want them. I'm going to go say goodbye to them, and I will explain everything. But I think it is easier if I show up like this. Than
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. One less thing, right?
No, I don't get me. I like Corfin. I'm going to change back, but I think this is
Yeah, I don't have to
this is
crane my
better.
neck as much when I talk to you. I like Corfin too.
Yeah. So yeah, this is just temporary. So
I've been feeling like a giant towering over all of you for a while now. It's starting to be like a little strange, you know. It's like
She's gonna get a complex. Just
I
watch.
mean, it's already starting. It's fine. Jean, question for you as a DM. I don't know what rank she was. Can I say it was like, I don't know, like I'm trying to go by like I guess army, like private first class or something. Like she definitely wasn't very high up, but like she
Yeah.
wasn't like the lowest either. So I'm not really sure like what she'd be.
I mean, private first class is fine. You're definitely not. You. I would even say that you could have been a sergeant. You could have had a small squad of people
Cool.
you were with. You know, for
I'm gonna say sergeant. That's cool. I like that.
yeah, you had like 4 people
Sergeant.
who were part of your crew that you patrolled
Cool.
with.
I'll come up with their names later. It's not important. Okay.
You're an elf. You could have been a lieutenant.
Oh my god! No, you could not.
Yes. That's the name. It's
No,
lieutenant now.
No, you are not a lieutenant.
Snake gent. I don't know.
That means, well, I mean, to be fair, you were noble class, so there was nothing saying you couldn't have bought your title. Anyway, carry on.
I didn't buy my title, but it could have been bought for me. Yes.
So, you guys make your way to the Blaze Weavers. Their house is definitely like not boarded up, but like dark. You know, it's nightish time, not super late. It's dinner time. Now that you've spent 3 hours doing supper, yeah, their shop is dark, but the house above the shop is lit.
I'll go up and I'll just I'll very lightly. I'll just kind of like knock on the door.
Okay. Knock. A minute goes by. 2 minutes. Here, hold on 1 second. Hold on, as they are pretty old. You see a candle bobbing down the stairway, and then you see some lanterns along the walls being lit, and coming out is Tammin, who is the husband. He's tall, fair-skinned. He has blue eyes with like red hair, and yeah, you know, it's a little thinned in the front as he is older, and there's a little more lightness to the sides, but full head of hair, and he kind of, hello, Dimitri, I thought you said you were going away.
It's complicated. Is it all right if we come in? We will not stay long.
Okay, sure. And you notice there's something different about how he moves. He's wearing a strange outfit of clothing that you have never seen before. It has strange like it has like strange clasps that go up it. Like it's like like he looks like he's wearing Victorian era clothing in this very medieval fantasy place.
Mm-hmm.
Like he has a waistcoat on, he has like, you know, suspenders on, like high-waisted pants, and you've never seen this outfit. He goes, please come in, and he opens the door.
So when we come in, I'll just kind of like wait and, well, as you probably are aware, things are a little strange now.
Yes. My memories have come back. Very interesting.
Yes, this is a new look for you.
Well, to be fair, it's actually an old look. It's from my homeland. Westry, honey, come down. And after a little bit, and you see this woman in like a very Victorian, like full body, like completely crazy looking in this area. And she kind of comes down with like a walking cane. She goes, and again, she has like gray eyes, again, red hair, just like him. And they go, oh, yes, yes. Oh, it's good to see you all. Yes, things are strange.
Yes, that's kind of why I wanted to come by. So everybody getting memories back. That is kind of because of us. We helped Norm with something that was threatening the town, but in the process, everyone's memories are coming back now. So, however, while the threat is contained at this moment, we are probably going to be leaving in a few days. Much like others as well. And I wanted the opportunity to say goodbye, but also to and you all see that Dimitri is like almost like very much at like a loss for words, and he's kind of like looking down at his hands. And you, of all the people here in this town, you were all the kindest to me. And while I don't remember everything yet, I don't remember parents. So I will say that you are very much like parents for me.
They both kind of nod, and you see like they're holding back like a very stiff upper lip, and like a showing like the coldness of like people who were trained societally not to show emotions. But Westry kind of like goes, Bish Bosh, come here, boy, come here.
I'll go over to her.
And she gives you a very dainty but small hug, a few inches, but like it's nice. And she goes, listen, we now that we are getting our memory back, something happened to us a while ago before we came. An experiment, an arcane experiment gone awry, and seems like it cursed us with the inability to have to. And, you know, Tammin kind of nods, like solemnly. And we tried, and we eventually just grew old. It was nice to have someone that we could be a parent. Where we're from, not as pleasant of an environment. So this continent is much nicer, and we like it here, and that's why we came. And we were kind of trying to get away from our old homeland. So it is nice that we also found someone who needed us to take care of, and you helped us. And as we were getting older in age, so well, thank you. Know that we care for you very deeply. And we look to you as if you are our son. Though we have never and can never have them.
Kind of nods. So yes, I wanted very much to thank you both. But and I also wanted you to know that I am also very different. And as I say that, I begin to shift and change into my natural form.
Okay.
So I get a little taller, a little skinnier. The clothes still fit somewhat. They just kind of look like, you know, I outgrew them like a few inches. And then you all see Finn's actual natural form: white skin, gray eyes, like white hair. So this is my actual form. This is what I look like, and this is I changed my shape into Dimitri to protect myself, because I don't know what I am or really who I am. So I thought looking like normal people would probably be the best course of action. But I thought you deserved to know the truth before I left.
And Hammond goes, "Aha! I knew it! There were not evil fairies in our house stealing our clothing. It was him! I knew we were missing stock, and well, like, I'm not getting forgetful. You can't say I was. You kept blaming me, and I told you I wasn't losing it."
Yeah, Finn chuckles a little. I'm very sorry about that. Yes, I would occasionally have to change into other forms and shapes, and clothes don't change with me, unfortunately. And I couldn't very well go out there naked.
Make an insight check. Anyone can if they want.
Can I use an inspiration?
You have so many groups.
Mhm.
So many groups.
Just use it.
Oh, I got a 19 insight, Gene.
Oh, that was worse. Yeah, 4. I got a 4. I don't know
Okay.
nothing.
You don't see nothing. Rennie, they don't react surprised or like weird when they see him shape change or change into a normal form. It's like the reaction of someone who has seen weirder shit. They're like, They're
Yeah.
like,
They're
just
just
kind
like
of-
Tuesday's happening. Yeah.
okay, well,
But and then I'll change back into Dimitri.
you see Tammin looks up and goes, "Wait, my boy, stop. Hold on.
I stop and I go back into my normal
I
shape.
have something very special for you." And he kind of goes, all right, maybe here, could you go upstairs and get the small chest? It's like under my bed. You know I can't bend over my back. He looks to you, Dimitri.
Yeah, yes, of course. I go upstairs and
Okay, so
I grab.
there's like a garment chest. Like it's large enough, but it's also like locked, and it seems to have like weird like filigree, and it also has like a weird lock you've never seen on it.
I'll take a moment to look
Like,
at it.
You're used to like lockpicks. It's like a number lock, and they don't exist here. Like it has like numbers on it that rotate and adjust.
I grab it and I'm still looking weird at it.
Yeah.
I'll bring it down to him.
Okay. So as you bring it down, he goes, perfect. Yes. He kind of heads over and he twists some numbers and it clicks open. He opens it and he pulls out a hanger. Again, something you've seen like wooden things, but it is a metallic hanger. And on it is a just a nice outfit, a little bit similar to his. He goes, this is my finest work. An ancient tradition passed down through the Blaze Weaver's family line. I want you to have this. And he kind of passes you the hanger with like
I take it like almost reverently. Yeah. Thank you so much. I with all of the clothing I've taken over time, I mean, this is very generous. Thank you so much.
This will be the last piece of clothing you ever need. I'll go change into it. Points you to the changing stalls.
I go into the changing stall, and I change into it. I stay looking like Dimitri.
As you look at it and you're like, this probably isn't gonna fit me. It fits you perfectly. Like it was tailored the moment you put it on. So you come out and you are dressed in like a waistcoat with a button-down shirt, pants and like pointed wing shoes. Like it's like this. Like you look out of place here. And he goes, "Now, Finn, think of an outfit you like."
I'll think about I'll think about
Sorry, he says Dimitri. I say Finn.
I will actually think about the fancy dress that that he made for Lady Lash that we took.
Okay.
Because that's like one of the fanciest things I saw him make.
Your clothing begins to shimmer and change. And it is that dress now, or at least a close approximation.
Whoa!
I remember
cool.
that. Look at that. You look great.
That's well, I'm not in the right body, but this, yeah,
You can
wow.
wear that in that body if you want. Wear what you want. Who cares?
I don't have the right curves, is
I mean,
what I'm
that's fair.
saying.
You could fill it out better.
Do it. You could do it and see if it works. I'm curious.
I will change myself into Mag.
Okay.
Ah!
So
Why do you always use me?
the outfit adjusts to Mag size.
I'm too flat chested for that. I don't like how it looks. I mean, it looks all right. All right, now I want one.
I'll change back into Corfin. So I shrink, and now I'm gnome sized, and I will think about almost like a bard kind of ensemble, like a white shirt with like a beautiful like purple vest with filigree on it, like gold filigree on it. Some nice knee-high boots. Just like something like a bard would wear.
Okay. I mean, it shifts into a similar thing. He goes now. So, this is a special suit of clothing. And I want you to have it. So let's talk real quick. Name what? You don't have to tell me this now, but he goes, give me an idea. And essentially, you can store up to 5 types of outfits in this clothing, and it will shift to that size. This is a shift weave. It is a common magic item that you can add to your sheet. You can determine what 5 suits you have. One of them is going to be this, you can call it a Verzian suit. And I'll tell you how to spell it. But it's essentially a Victorian suit. And then you can have 4 other suits of clothing you want, but again, they will not change. Like, I kind of let it do it this way. But you have 4 other outfits that can be stored into it. And
Gotcha.
It will also change to your size, because it is magical clothing.
That's awesome.
Oh, that's so cool. That's so cool. Yay.
So,
All right. So I will say that when I'm in my natural form, it'll turn back into the Verzian suit.
yeah, you essentially you speak a command word, and the command word is Blaze Weaver. And as a bonus action, and it transforms into one of the 5 designs of your choice. And it is
Nice.
it is not an illusion. It is literally, that is what it is. It becomes
Wow.
that.
That's awesome.
All right, so that is the item you get. And they go, well, you look smashing. Yes, maybe if we get some time, we could tell you about our homeland. It's not a great place, honestly, but this might help you. Maybe it was built for you. Who knows? But I'll tell you, it was all the rage of the fashion there. Be able to change your suit for your riding outfit, and as she kind of gestures and says, "Blaze Weaver," her like fancy dress becomes like riding boots and like polo hat like outfit. It's always good to be prepared with what you need to do.
So now I'm in my natural form, and I'm just kind of like looking at the suit, and I'm just kind of looking at her and both of them, and you just kind of see like a single kind of tear just kind of coming down, and I don't say anything, and I just go up and I hug both of them.
She hugs you, but again, it is a very light, proper embrace.
Right.
The older Tammin will also hug you. Again, it's that very like proper. We must only hug at this much. Not a lot of pressure, but you definitely you feel exactly. You feel the love, but you also know that they are a little bit different than they were, because when you spent them, they were very loving, very emotional, very like, yeah, they didn't mind hugging. But now that they got their memories back, it seems like whatever their society raised them in seemed to have come a little bit more forward. So no longer as much public displays of, affection. And they go, well, it was good seeing you again, Dimitri, and hopefully we will see you in whatever form. And worst comes to worst, if you don't want to change what you look like, just wear an outfit that is stored in there and we'll know it's you.
Thank you. Thank you once again for everything.
And they nod. They kind of look to the three of you. If you are all considering traveling and leaving, is there anything you need of us before you go?
Ooh.
You know what? We'll take care of this. And they kind of head into the back real quick, and they pull out 3 bundles. They hand one to each of you. I'll also say, so Finn, one of your outfits is going to be cold weather gear. And it seems like a bundle. And they go, these should fit you appropriately. We've gotten your measurements over the years.
Have you? That seems weird.
No.
I've never. Okay.
Well,
I've never been here.
I kept wanting to buy a gown, and then I didn't because I had no reason to wear it, but then I kept looking, so I definitely came.
Mr. Tinderfoot, your mother often would get your shirts hemmed and made sure you're not quite their stature.
That's okay. I mean, me and Hank, I guess, are pretty close. Oh, all right, for sure.
Yeah.
So I'll open the package.
I'll open mine.
You each get a package with winter clothing, as
Nice.
they don't know what you're going to do, but they think that adventuring you may go somewhere cold, and just in case, here are some. They go, we don't really sell these here because honestly, it doesn't get that cold. So, if your wanderings take you about, this will keep you prepared.
Thanks, Mr. Mrs. Blazeweaver.
Of course. But we were about to retire for the evening.
Oh, yes, that makes sense.
It's like 8:00, but they are older people, so they're like, it is bedtime.
Oh yeah.
Can I ask? This seems foolish. How much would it cost for like a gown? It doesn't have to be as fancy as the one you made Lady Lash. I'm just curious. Like a simple gown.
A simple gown? I mean, what, it doesn't have to. It depends on how fancy and what materials you want to make it out of.
I don't even know. I don't know the first thing about this. I just was thinking I might want it for going back into the real world. Whatever, I'll figure it out. I'm here for a week. I'll come back in the morning when everyone's awake.
How about this? Why don't you, give us an idea, and we can start. Oh yeah, we'll work on it in the morning. Come see us in the morning. We'll be up and weaving. All right, and you guys leave this evening, and in the distance, you see the lights and cheering and conversation of the tavern, the Faded Swallow Tavern. It is rowdy. There are people in there making lots of noise, conversation. This is the liveliest this tavern has ever been.
Wow.
Actually, before that happened, as we were leaving, I would have dug into my bag, and rummaged through my drawing book, and I would have pulled a piece of paper out and put it on the desk as we were leaving, and it's literally a portrait of both of them that I did in charcoal.
Awesome.
And it's basically like them, almost like the American Gothic, where they're just kind of like standing next to each other, but instead of like the pitchfork and everything, you can just see like the clothing behind them and the tapestries and stuff. But it's all in charcoal, and I just kind of leave it there for them.
Cool. That's super awesome. I love it. So, with that, like I said, you see the flickering lights and the noise of the Faded Swallow Tavern. And I think that's where we're gonna end for tonight. You
Oh, I
got-
wrote a letter! But okay.
You
All
can-
right.
You can write your letter, and you'll have a little bit more time to think about it, and then we'll figure out how it goes. But yeah, you guys are kind of seeing this new dynamic develop in your town, and we'll next game we'll kind of continue on, and maybe we'll talk a little bit about what you guys are gonna do in the future and how you decide to proceed. So. Yeah, that was pretty dope. That was
Exciting.
awesome.
all right. So, Mama Shady, thank you so much for giving out the sub, cheering us bits. You're the coolest. We appreciate it.
Big ups.
Big ups. I refunded everyone's inspiration that wasn't used. Thank you, Lola1313, for following us.
Thanks.
And that's by the way, that's actually that's Lauren. She plays Leah on our Thursday night game.
Nice.
Oh, cool.
That's cool.
Thanks. All right. So I think that's us. Let's see. I don't know who's on because I'm bad at this. So let me see who I can raid. Because I feel like that's something I can do. All right.
I'm really excited for next game now, and like just every game. I
Yeah.
can't wait.
Well,
2 weeks is too long. I'm sad.
Oh, yeah, that's true. All right. Well, we always do this, but let's raid Zero Sorrow because that's the person I
Yay!
know.
Yeah.
Now it's a tradition.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a tradition.
Well, it's Taco Tuesday. He's always on Tuesday nights.
Nice.
Yep. Okay, everyone. Good night. Thanks for watching.
Yes, thank you, and thank you, Gene, for running an awesome game.
You're
Thanks,
welcome.
Bye, guys.
Yeah, eat that lore dump.
It was so much. It was a lot. It was too much.
Alright, we are starting to raid. Let me switch it over to our ending screen. You can wave goodbye before I turn away your beautiful faces. Alright, and your faces are gone.